kick to the gut.
I like it.
Yo, bro, this is the first time I'm seeing you today, chat. How we doing? It's Mister Young. Alamak, wait. No, okay, there you go. I can hear you now.
Okay, bro, don't scare me.
Woo! Bro, this has been a messed up weekend. Like, I know, like, the universe is trying to tell me something. You know, my birthday is tomorrow, and then all of a sudden shit be happening left, right, and center.
Yes, indeed. Hey, guys, before anything even starts, can we all wish Mr. Young an advance happy birthday? Come on, bro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mr. Young. Happy birthday to you, bro. Not looking any older than 25.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. Hale says the forbidden door has been opened and we are here. Irvin, Mama Daniel, Rishi, Daniel, Jason, it's good to see everybody here and ready to talk about some wrestling, some professional wrestling, not sports entertainment, huh?
Yeah, man. Irvin says we must customize our own podcast entrance next time, bro.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jason, who says happy birthday, Mr. Young, Best Booker 2022. Of course. Oh my gosh, how was your weekend, by the way?
Yeah, it was good. I tried to get out and about this past weekend, enjoy a bit of like the sun and sea.
Yeah.
But then, bro, hard lah.
Why?
I'm a bit FOMO right now, bro.
FOMO? What are you FOMO about, bro?
Because June, right? Everybody and their mother seems to be traveling.
Oh. Actually, June's not a good time to travel, especially because all the kids are gone off to travel, right? So you go to your Thailands and your nearby, like Malaysia, all will be just traveling families and you don't want to deal with that drama.
Yes, that's true. So that's why I like tahan a bit. I'm like, okay, don't worry, you all go travel. We wait when it's October and September where everyone's stressed out at work. I'll be the one traveling.
Exactly. Okay, before we start anything, quick reminder that we are doing a fundraiser, ! Fundraiser, thanks to our friends over at Basecamp who are doing a wonderful thing. We'll talk more about them and what they're doing in just a little while, but yes, we are doing very well in the fundraiser. By the way, we're about halfway there as far as the amount we want to raise is concerned. So if you haven't already, hit ! Fundraiser, go to the link and donate as much as you possibly can. Only how much you can, huh? And of course, we have dangled some carrots in front of you as well. I don't know if you've seen our Instagram page. We have a bit of a menu. So if you donate a certain amount, we will do a certain thing.
Yes, for sure. But first of all, since it's Mr. Young's birthday, if you guys want to not only just wish him happy birthday, you want to do a good part for charity, please consider donating in honor of Mr. Young's birthday as well.
Make that my birthday gift. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's okay. I don't need gifts, but there are a lot of people out there who do need gifts because our friends over at Basecamp, they want to go over to Cambodia to help build houses. That's what they're raising the money for. Once again, ! Fundraiser. Type that in chat to find out more. And yes, we will get into that. We'll also shout out our good friend Nick, who's our sponsor on the stream as well. We'll find out more about him in just a few also. In the meantime, though,
before that, I need to I appreciate everyone who's donated so far, but I need to flag a couple of issues.
Issues? What issues?
Like we said, right? If you donate a minimum of $20, we'll give you a cameo to thank you for donating. If you give us a $50 donation and above, we will send you a mark, personalized mark of our kick to the gut, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. When you send the cameo, right, when you donate, right, you must say your name and you must leave some sort of way for us to contact you. Must say exactly what it is that you want us to thank you in the message. Because you don't put anonymous Cody's Road right pack and expect us to know what to say to that,
Yeah. Or maybe they're just like, hey, I want to do a good thing and I don't need the cameo. That's fine as well. I mean, it's less work for us, so,
Okay, but here's what I suggest, Mr. Young. Okay, so after everything finishes, so the whole donation campaign runs out on June 30th, right? So next week episode, for those who didn't give us any specific cameo to give a shout out to, we'll just shout out at the start of the podcast, specifically to that anonymous name, and you can take it as you wish from what you just said.
I know that somebody donated $200 and there is a menu tier. $200 you get to book the podcast for an episode, and in that episode I can only say good things about AEW. So I want to know who that is, and when do you want to cash in this money in the bank contract, as it were.
That's why. And also, okay, we are not about name dropping here, lah. But I feel right, I need to thank someone, lah. Someone
Who?
all the way, bro. Let's just put it here. Someone all the way from Orlando, Florida that donated.
Is it?
Yeah, and then now, right, the issue, it's not an issue, lah. We are very thankful that he donated. But now I have to figure out a way how to send our mug and ship all the way to Orlando, Florida.
You mean the nearby the performance center?
WWE PCL. So, if anyone on the chat can recommend a affordable way to ship out a mug that is not Singpost, because Singpost is super expensive, please let us know. The chat.
Oh, yes. And if you're wondering who it is, you can just go to the donation website and check out. His name is there. I mean, It's quite obvious, but his name is there. The link, ! Fundraiser. Let's go.
I thought it was a troll, so I had to double check. So I sent him a DM. He has confirmed that it truly is that guy. So thank you so much, as well as everyone who has donated so far.
And speaking of which, we will talk more about that guy at the end of the stream, because we have something very special for you, especially if you're a fan of WWE and their video games. We want to give you the games, okay? We'll get to that a little bit later on. But before we jump into this morning's proceedings, I have to say that this weekend, first of all, you know, I spent the entire weekend at Sentosa because they had a yoga fest. Wife and I were there, right?
Okay, cool.
So on the way to this very zen experience, you know what happened, bro?
What happened, bro?
This taxi uncle banged into our car.
Wait, what? From behind?
No, we were both taking a right turn, correct? And then he completely meandered off his lane. Pop. It was, thankfully, nobody was hurt. And
shit, so you were trying to change lanes.
No. We are both turning right. Both cars turning right. But he, instead of sticking to his lane, started cutting into our lane and bam.
Oh, shit.
So that's how the weekend started. And it was almost like a thing, like a sign of things to come. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, what else happened, bro?
So after that, right, so we were doing our yoga thing. And, you know, in acro yoga, we support each other. You've seen my Instagram videos before.
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool.
So there was this one move where, this is going to sound weird for those who don't know what I'm talking about. My wife was on top of me and she was like, you know, like basically her ass is over my my legs, right?
Okay, I'm trying my best not to imagine it out of respect for you, but yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
This is nothing, you know, sexual or anything like that, right?
Sure.
And then there are supposed to be people, quote unquote, spotters there to grab you in case you fall.
Yes.
And being a spotter is an important role because you have to be close. Because if you just stand like far away, you're not going to catch shit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So we had 3 spotters and none of them caught my wife as she fell, landed left butt cheek on my knee. My knee was at an angle.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh.
And my wife has a history of tailbone issues. Like she suffered a fall very young. So this morning, I was with her the entire time at the polyclinic.
Wow.
X-rays done. So I know you are like, what does this have to do with today? Well, let me get you to the main event right now. I had the very unique experience of watching Forbidden Door with no commentary.
Wait, because you were in the polyclinic, right?
The whole time I'm just looking at my phone. I didn't bring my earphones and I had to talk to my wife. So I'm like watching the thing on my phone with no commentary the whole time.
Yeah, probably your wife in her heart is like, alamak, I injured also. This guy still want to watch his wrestling. Annoying or what?
No lah. She's very understanding of it. Trickster, how's it going, man?
Hello.
Hales, thank you very much. Yes, she said she saw the Power 98 interview. There will be more soon. Details to come.
Okay, bro. Please, wish your wife a good recovery. I hope it's nothing too serious.
I hope so too. Yes, she's actually waiting at the polyclinic to get like the follow up after the X-ray. You know, I had to rush home because we had Forbidden Door to talk about. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so we'll be a very quick to the point podcast.
No.
We try our best.
No, she'll take a grab home.
Okay. All you wrestling fans, Mister Young really loyal to this. Like he really wants you to to be part of
Hey.
him sharing his review. So that's why he's here. So please thank him, wish him happy birthday, and please send your wishes to the wife.
The sacrifices I make. Look, I kind of wish that whoever donated $200 would cash in his redemption on this stream, because honestly, like with the bar set so low going into Forbidden Door, right? I was very pleasantly surprised.
I have some thoughts, some deep thoughts to share.
Let's go
about the card. But overall, can I just say, for me personally, enjoyed it much better than Double or Nothing.
Oh,
I know you didn't hear it on commentary, but bro, if you watched it on commentary, let me tell you first, your experience will be enhanced. You know why?
Why?
Because for the first half of the show, the commentary team was Taz. A bit of Excalibur, but very importantly, no Tony Schiavone, no Jim Ross. Kevin Kelly was on commentary.
The first two matches I heard the commentary because I was at home. I hadn't left yet, right? So I know exactly what you're saying, and that's the first thing I guess we'll jump into, right? Tony Schiavone should just be a backstage interviewer. He's great in that role. People pop for him being in the ring randomly interviewing people. On the commentary, he adds nothing.
Unfortunately, I think he's at that stage in his career where he just comments. He doesn't give analysis.
Bro, exactly. It's like what? Excalibur says, he's just like, oh my god, he just repeats him. So he's completely useless.
Yeah. So for example, like it's just, he says, oh, he hit him.
and Sting! Sting! Look, I think it made a lot of sense that Taz was on commentary, right? Because he's knowledgeable about the New Japan product, and you know what? I wouldn't mind hearing this, more often. And wasn't there at one point where during the triple threat tag team title match, Caprice from Ring of Honor was on commentary as well?
Yes, correct. And I believe we've heard him. I think he did call one of the Ring of Honor matches when Samoa Joe or what on Dynamite. And he also is solid as a commentator.
Yes.
He feels like one of those modern commentators like on WWE, like Corey Graves, something along those lines. So we need to bring it to more. We can't have nostalgia kind of holding the commentary back.
Would you say that it's time to not say get rid of, but put JR on the back burner, let him call certain big matches, but on a regular basis, just not have him there? Because the combination, I know Excalibur, I mean, you can't get rid of him lah. He's like in there because he's with the Young Bucks camp, right? So Dai must have. That's their
Michael
guy.
Cole somehow.
Yeah, he's their guy. So whatever. Okay, Excalibur, Taz, and who would be the third person? Honestly, I would love William Regal, because he really brings a different dimension to the commentary when he's on commentary.
William Regal will be cool. Unfortunately, he's really part of storylines entrenched there. I would love Kevin Kelly, but of course, Kevin Kelly is New Japan. I would get a younger guy, like someone who can actually, maybe a former wrestler, like someone like Wade Barrett did really, really well in NXT.
Ricky Starks.
No, Ricky Starks is not even a wrestler full time yet. Let him make his mark in the industry. But you know what I mean, right?
Not Chris Jericho. As much as I love Chris Jericho, when he's on commentary, he tries to make it about himself, and that's annoying. That's very annoying. So definitely Taz, Excalibur, and maybe JR
on special occasions.
Possibly. But this combination of commentary was fantastic. It was wonderful.
I don't know whether Paul White will be the one.
Oh, good lord!
Actually, I haven't heard any of him.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of him also. What's Mark Henry doing these days other than it's time for the main event?
I think he took the Tony Schiavone school of announcing. Just a few words only for him.
Yeah, and then Okay, let's jump into the card itself. Did you watch the buy-in? I did not.
Yes, as I mentioned to you off air or before we went on air, when I woke up, I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, I don't mind buy in 7 o'clock. I just can chill a bit. Then
Yeah.
I realized it was 4 matches, bro. 4 freaking. So I think I caught the Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee match. But then once I saw like Lance Archer was gonna fight some guy, and then they're gonna have
Bro.
I just went back to sleep, bro.
Lance Archer versus Nick Comarato for
Yes,
for
Solo Cobrato Agogo.
Why? Why though? Like, who cares? Aren't they both heel?
I don't know exactly, bro. And okay, maybe if Lance Archer was a New Japan guy, it makes sense, right?
Well, he is what? He is both. See, that's the thing.
Oh, okay. So it's like current allegiances or former allegiances. Is that what they're trying to do?
Okay, at least I will give them this, and that's why once again I wish that whoever was donated $200 would cash it in. Because I'm gonna say good things about them now. They probably learned from the previous pay-per-view. Double or Nothing. Was it All In?
Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing, because that one was like 10,000 hours long. So they realized this one, okay, let's put all the matches that we want to last minute shove into the buy-in so that the main pay-per-view is only, it's a very watchable 3 hours and 40 minutes.
It was an easy watch. I would even say I'm going to watch it a second time later tonight because,
I have to watch it again because I need to hear the commentary this time.
Yes, it really does add to the experience. And I think, right, another thing that helps to the experience was the Chicago crowd was so into everything that they were doing. Yep. And it definitely helped the matches, like bring it up another level.
Imagine if CM Punk was there.
Oh, man. That's why we need a Forbidden Door 2 for sure.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, let's jump into the main card then. We kick off the show with the Jericho Appreciation Society and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Shota Umino, and Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah. Very interestingly, bro, the one guy that really caught my eye in this match, you guess who, bro?
Shota Umino.
Shota Umino for me, bro. I do not know why, but he did.
Did they purposely give him a bit of a shine? So he is the son of Red Shoes, the referee from New Japan. And they even, I appreciated it, they played the clip of Jericho beating him up like how many years ago at Wrestle Kingdom, right?
That was the match he had against Tanahashi, bro. Like, I remember, because I remember we talked about it on the podcast. So yeah, it was a great callback. But do you remember when Jon Moxley first joined AEW, he like went into like New Japan, he did the G1 Climax?
Yes.
Didn't he fought against Shota and like had him as his young boy, as his partner?
That sounds very wrong. I don't know why. Had him as his young boy.
Indeed, it does. We try not to look past more than that. But the fact is, when he was with Jon Moxley at that point in time, 2019, 3 years ago, he looked so skinny. He really looked like a young boy, you know. And in the 3 years since we've seen him, bro, look at him now.
He's been taking Mexican supplements.
I just checked out on his Wikipedia his age. He's only 25, bro.
Okay.
Still young. So they say that he's on excursion, apparently part of Revolution Pro Wrestling in the UK. And so we haven't seen much in New Japan. So I think he is in that stage where, he's going around the world trying to build up reps. But bro, he doesn't he look like a young Tanahashi?
A little bit, A little bit. He certainly fits the mold as far as New Japan main eventers are concerned. What did you think of the match itself? It made sense, right, for Jericho and his group to win, because ultimately this is a setup for Blood and Guts, and the winner of this, at least they gave it some stakes, all right? The winner gets the advantage for Blood and Guts on Wednesday.
Yes, it did. And also, I think I liked how they laid out the match, right? Because there was a couple of matchups that I enjoyed seeing, like the confrontation between Suzuki and Kingston.
Okay. You lost me there, brother. You lost me there.
Let me get my opinion out of the way before you start. I know what you're going to say. But for me, I enjoyed it because it's like, Kingston just treats wrestling like a real fight. He just thinks that everyone out to fight him. And I like Minoru Suzuki because he is like, he knows he's badass, and sometimes like you need to put two people who know that they are badass in the ring together. So let them fight. Yeah. So that's my enjoyment out of it. But the way they fight, I leave it to you to comment.
Hold on.
What? Oh.
Chop. Look, man. I think, okay, you know what it is, right?
What did it?
Let's say if I grew up watching Suzuki, maybe I would have more reverence to his no selling. You know what I mean? That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's his thing. Right?
It's a thing. But as someone who's sort of like watching this here and there, and like he's pretty old. Like
he's mid-50s, right?
he's 50. Yeah, and I know I'm skipping forward, but it's like Sting no selling the super kick. No, it's sort of that same vibe. It's like, okay, I guess so because you're a legend, right? But for Suzuki, he's a legend in New Japan, which I don't watch, so I don't have that legend connection status. You know what I'm saying?
Attachment, yeah, sure.
Yeah, attachment to him as a legend. For example, it would be as if somebody who's never watched WWF comes in and sees Hulk Hogan no selling everything. They'll be like, what the fuck is this?
At his age, at 60 plus years old, trying to have a match, yeah.
Yeah, so you get where I'm coming from with this whole exchange. It was like Eddie Kingston giving him too much, and he's just like,
he's just like smiling.
And half the match, right? I know he's just walking around the ringside. His teammates getting pinned. He's still standing there, like lost old man. I'm like,
to be fair, he got no association with Jericho, so he's just probably like, fuck, I'm just doing my own thing. Like, he got no attachment.
Like, he's like the legend who was paid to show up, and he doesn't give a fuck otherwise.
Yeah, man. Like let's say like he in my mind, right? Like the one that caught my eye was Shota. I think Shota felt like he had something to prove in this match because this is like first white exposure in the North America, right?
White exposure?
Not white, wide.
Oh, wide. I'm like, white exposure to white people? What the hell, bro?
That sounds so racist. No, but you get what I mean. But and also another guy that impressed me. Don't you think Wheeler Yuta is getting better in the ring, getting more smooth and confident as well?
And the crowd, I remember, was super behind him. So he definitely has this AEW audience, captured, right? It's just he really needs to put on some size. I hate to be the guy who brings this up, but there are several wrestlers here. When you look at them fight, it's like Adam Cole. It's like you can't buy them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't watch the buy-in, but I don't know if you see the match that the Gun Club had against like apparently the LA Dojo. Bro, freaking Billy Gunn outsized everybody in the match. He's the veteran, so yeah, right. I get what you mean.
Yeah, there is sort of a disconnect, and we'll get to the other match in just a bit. But anything else you want to add?
No. I think the right team won. Yeah, I think the heel needed to win to build momentum going to Blood and Guts. But I was so impressed by Shota. But you know what, bro? He also no sell, bro. So I don't know what's your thoughts on that. Remember, he put Jericho in the walls of Jericho, and then he take how many super kick, and it took a while before he finally went.
But isn't this like the New Japan style? I've never been a fan of it.
It's their fighting spirit thing lah, where they try
fight. Okay, yeah, sure. It's one thing to no sell. It's another thing to stand there and say, "Come hit me." And this is a recurring theme. It happened quite a few times to a lot of the main New Japan guys. Like they stand there, come chop me, forearm. And you know what? I've beaten this into the ground. The forearms and the chops, like inviting shots. Stop it. Just stop it. It looks dumb.
Yeah. But I understand, Mister Young, you are a well-known, you're a non-fan of the Japanese style of wrestling. It's been well established, right?
Wait. Hold on. Back that train of thought up a little bit. I never said I was not a fan of strong style. Like if they're throwing each other in suplexes that look snug, hell yeah, I'm all for that. Just not the quote-unquote fighting spirit thing where they stand across from each other and invite shots.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But don't worry. If you donate $500, Mister Young will give an oral history of New Japan after everything he just said about it. So yes, please consider.
Don't know is anyway. I wanted to say something very dirty, but let's move on.
Okay, sure.
Okay, FTR versus United Empire versus Roppongi Vice for the ROH World Tag Team Championship and IWGP Tag Team Championships. 2 titles on the line. Okay. This is a weird one. I've never been a fan of triple threat tag team matches because the rules make no sense. In that only 2 people can be in the ring and you can tag another team. Why would you ever tag another team?
Yeah, that's why. So you can kept it just a tag team match in between 2 people, right?
Yeah, but this is not a knock on New Japan or AEW. This is a knock on the fact that the sports entertainment created this version of this match, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, like, I think they tried to make it in such a way that they placate to both companies' tag teams.
Sure.
Yeah. So like, of course, FTR well established, right, on the role of their career, ROH champion. So they brought in the ROH element.
Yep.
But then for Great Okan and Jeff Cobb, I don't know much about their United Empire tag team, but apparently they seem to be dominant as well.
Yep.
Do you manage to watch a bit of the AEW Countdown?
AEW Countdown? No, I didn't.
Okay, so the AEW Countdown is like this 30-minute hype package thing that they put on their YouTube. It's like their road to Forbidden Door, blah blah blah.
Sure.
So that's the thing that I actually look forward to usually, because they always put the best hype packages, make me really invested in the matchups, even especially when I don't see anything good on television. But but when I saw that, apparently they won the tag team titles from like Bad Luck Fale, like one of the old school Bullet Club guys. And you know, Jeff Cobb looks like a beast, right?
Yeah.
I wish he was like more on AEW TV more. But Great Okan was such an unknown quantity. The only time I remember him was when we make fun of his
the claw, the claw,
his claw into the table. Remember that?
Yeah, basically Trent jumped backwards into the table.
Yeah. So that was like I'm afraid to say that gave me a negative impression of him from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this match they came across as like a bit more the badass, ruthless, New Japan dominant monsters that I think they're supposed to be lah.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps.
I mean, because of the fact, and okay, did Dax get injured or was this a work? That's my question. Because, you know, there was that whole dynamic of he had to go to the back. And then when he came back, of course, the crowd popped because, you know, the conquering hero coming back from injury thing. Do you know if he was legit injured?
I do not know. I haven't watched the media scrum yet. Maybe that will give an answer. But to me, from what I see, I think he was legitimately injured.
Well, if anything, that made the match even better because you felt that, oh shit, now FTR are really handicapped because not only was this a triple threat, now one member of the team is out, right? So I think they did like very well considering one of the members of the the team was gone.
It enhanced the story for sure, and I think it just a testament to them as like pros lah. They managed to keep the match going, and like I think still continued, stayed the course. I think he came back. What do you think about Roppongi's Vice performance in the match?
I learned more about them in this one match than I did in the past. I don't know how long Rocky Romero has been there. It feels like he's been there forever, but I feel like I learned more about him this pay-per-view than however long he's been there.
You were able to hear the commentary for this match still?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you hear when Kevin Kelly said something along the lines of they actually were tag team in like the junior heavyweight division for the tag team titles, right? But then I think Rocky Romero let him go because he wanted to go up to the heavyweight title. So like it was like a mutual, okay, don't worry, bro, you can do your own thing. And then AEW came along. So I like that they didn't have like a very bad breakup like how normal tag teams would do.
So they had their thing, and well, it seems like FTR can win every tag team title out there except for the AEW titles as long as the Young Bucks are there. So
you know they're gonna have a third match, bro, eventually. Come on.
What does this mean for FTR though? Them being the IWGP Tag Team Champions, do they have to travel to Japan? Are they going to lose it very soon if New Japan does a card in the US? That seems more likely to me.
I believe, I think they will probably do a lot of like an excursion there in Japan. Maybe appear in one of their pay-per-views there. But like you said, Young Bucks is the AEW Tag Team Champions right now. To be fair, FTR actually wouldn't even need to appear in Dynamite because they have so many other commitments as well. ROH, IWGP. So let them do that lah. Let them become the tag team of the universe before they come back and challenge Young Bucks.
Just go out there and win every title before, getting that home title, as it were, right? I enjoyed this match. Not gonna lie, I thought this was a clusterfuck. I thought it was going to be a clusterfuck. It was in a few moments, but it is what it is, lah. It was great for what it was.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. We know FTR will hold the match down for sure, right? But I was very impressed by Roppongi Vice. I think Trent is super underrated, bro. Trent Beretta, super underrated. I think he's really good.
We've said this for a long time, haven't we? He just needed to get rid of Converse. Chuck Taylor, whatever his name is.
Taylor, yes.
Best friends bullshit, and just, he actually looks the part. you know?
Yeah.
But he was saddled with this like schlub.
I would even let him, like, he needs to win a tag team title
Yeah.
at least once. I think he's good enough as a singles to even be part of like the TNT title picture and the All Atlantic title picture.
Yeah, which we will get to in just a bit.
Yes, for sure.
In the meantime, though, anything else you want to add to this match?
No, great. Second match, I think it was slightly better than the first match. And it kept my attention going. I was like, oh, okay, so far the matches have been great and made me happy for the rest of the pay-per-vieiew.
Well, I mean, and that's the key word right there, right? Pay-per-view. And I think this was discussed on the Discord as well.
Yeah.
Is the fact that these days you can count on AEW to stack the card for pay-per-views because they're still on the pay-per-view model, as in they are getting people to pay their hard-earned cash. Like, I had to pay $30 to watch this event. Whereas on the WWE side of things, they are quote-unquote premium live events. It's like they already got your money. And we talked about this before. They already got your money. So really, the onus is not on them to put on good cards. But that's weird because then you would think the shift of focus should be on A, selling tickets, B, making their Raws and SmackDowns must-watch TV, right?
That's
but
true.
They haven't done that as well.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, right? Like, that's the reason why we are willing to shell out the money. We were having just a discussion on the Discord with some of our listeners. The reason why we are willing to pay this amount is because AEW is giving a shit about their pay-per-view. They have taken the time and care and effort to make it a worthwhile pay-per-view, enough for you to want to part your money. We can see, we consumers can see through the bullshit if it's a half-fuck pay-per-view, right?
But you see, here's the thing, right? And let me counterpoint that with the fact that I feel like they know that there's an audience out there for this, but they'll never grow this audience. Your average wrestling fan who only knows the WWE stuff, your, quote-unquote casuals, right, will not buy this pay-per-view just because, Tanahashi is facing Moxley. They don't know any better. They're like, who? Moxley? Like, if CM Punk was here, maybe they'll get in the casuals. Maybe if Bryan Danielson was here. But just looking at this card up and down, I don't think I would have bought it. The only reason I bought it was because I watch AEW. I'm quote unquote, invested in that world. And of course we have the podcast, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that to a certain extent. I just feel like there is still an argument that the traditional pay-per-view model still works. Because right now the world as a society is heading towards streaming, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like WWE, UFC all have suffered because they went into streaming. Don't you think UFC cards are not as must see because it's now available on streaming?
Well, I'll give you an example. I just signed up for the UFC streaming service because
yes.
Yeah, right after that UFC that happened in Singapore, I was all jazzed up, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch more UFC content. I haven't since that UFC.
Exactly, bro. Right?
And once again, it's not just that. Like, they have a lot of content. I guess I'll jump into it at some point. Like, the next UFC event I'll probably watch, but I'm not quite as invested because I've already paid the money. So I don't know if, the card's good, bad, or indifferent. It's like, it's just there lah. Whereas something like this, you really got to put up something that is value for money. I'm not here to just watch one match. Oh my God, and this is the shittiest thing. Have you ever bought boxing pay-per-views before?
No.
Bro,
no.
It's literally one headline match. The rest of the card is horseshit. Nobody know one. And people literally buy it for one match. Example like Pacquiao versus what's his face? Mayweather. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remembered a Conor versus Mayweather in a boxing match, right?
Yeah, literally, you buy the pay-per-view $50, $60.
Yeah.
This is more expensive than your pro wrestling stuff. And every match before that, nobody give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, right? If you're a big enough star, you have to be a big enough star that you can do that, and people won't blink one eye in parting their cash. So that forced the industry to create a star of that level. So
when we look at AEW and New Japan here together as well, I don't see that one guy that will make the whole card. So it is. So they probably were like, okay, they realized this, so they just threw everything in so that at least, no matter if you like the people, the Jericho stuff or the Pac stuff or the women, and okay, we'll talk about the women's match in just a bit, or the main event, at least there's some value to be had.
Yeah, I think right now the wrestling is not big enough of an industry where they have like one industry moving like leader like a John Cena or like a Hulk Hogan
Raw.
that you know John Cena is on the card. Okay, I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view kind of thing, right? So I think what they're doing is a buffet style lah.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a different game. Like, it really is a different game at this point. So, let's move on to the fatal four-way. Oh, it's not fatal four-way. It's not WWE. Sorry, four-way match for the inaugural AEW All Atlantic Championship. Did you know anything about this Clark Connors fella?
No, I was just about to ask you the same thing. Who
I was like,
Connors?
I was like, what is this? Like, is he supposed to be Aussie? He looks like some Steve Irwin wannabe.
I guess, yeah. I mean, from the commentary, he's apparently an Australian guy.
Is he?
Yes. But
Okay.
then my question is, like, he's from the LA dojo. He's like from the New Japan Strong side.
Okay. Well.
So, we no one really watches that. So he's really an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
But he did lose to Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah.
He did lose to him. So technically, Ishii was supposed to be in the match, but he got injured, right? So.
Oh. So we got the loser.
Yes, we got the loser. Oh, you didn't know about this, bro?
No, I did not. No, I didn't pay attention.
It was supposed to be Ishii, but then, Ishii apparently got injured. So I was like, wow, these are really half fucks here. So, but he was an unknown quantity going into the match. But did you see the crowd reaction to him in the match or not?
No, I did. This is when I stopped listening to audio already.
Okay. Very interestingly, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because he's such an unknown or he's like de facto underdog. But the crowd was really into him, very supportive of him, like causing an upset,
Really? Who had the biggest pop?
Well, okay. So everyone had pops, right?
Yeah.
Like when Park came in, when Malakai came in, like the crowd popped for the entrances. Very surprisingly or very disappointingly, the crowd was like, for Miro.
Oh.
Which is weird, right?
Okay,
so I don't know what's the situation with that. Maybe it's like a Chicago crowd or New Japan crowd, heavy or what. But I tell you, if you listen back to the match with commentary, with audio, you can hear everything that the Clark Corner guy did, right? The crowd was popping for him.
Okay, so, we have a very smart crowd, very AEW New Japan crowd.
Yeah, made me believe for a second, right, that they may cause an upset.
Rishi says he and Hangman can be some cowboy-looking tag team. Can. The Brokeback team. Let's go.
The Brokeback Mountains.
Okay. I'll be honest. I missed like most of the match. I only caught the finish.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me about this match.
Well, okay. So, you know how like Park and Malakai is like they're gonna fight forever, right? So they were doing their own thing.
Yep.
Clearly Miro was dominant. Being like every time he was in the ring, he felt like a Thanos level threat, right? So everyone was trying to focus on taking him out. And again, Clark Connors felt like this very plucky, guy that he was taking advantage of the situation. He was like getting all these smart roll-up pins and that kind of thing. In my mind, right, I had my money on Miro. I thought Miro was gonna like become the winner.
Sure.
So I was very surprised. But then when I think about it, I think it made sense. I think it was only appropriate that Park was the first ever All-Atlantic champion.
Really? Do you think that this is more of a reward to Park for being there from the start? But then again, he was there at the start. But it's like he hasn't really been there.
Yeah, like a stop-start pusher scheme. Kena stuck in UK during the pandemic. So I feel like maybe it's really more of a loyalty thing. Like, you've been here for so long. We've tried our best to push you, even though there's no more newer stars. This is our reward. I think it's a good spot for him to be in. This mid-card champion with a new title.
Irvin says he take the most MC in the MC king, but he got rewarded nonetheless. How was Malachi Black? Did he look good? I saw a Black Mist spot.
Yeah, the Black Mist was good.
That's how they took out Miro, right?
Yes, correct. So Malachi Black, I feel it was very interesting that they didn't have any of the House of Black like in ringside. I think maybe he wanted to like. I didn't know whether they say on commentary whether he wanted to prove himself as a singles wrestler in this match. But I felt right. I thought that was not the right move. I felt like he could have benefited by having his House of Black, right? At least it creates a different dynamic. Like, what will happen if they get involved? Him as a straight up wrestler, this felt like an NXT match.
Okay.
NXT Aleister Black, which is great, right? He's that's more focused on his striking, like a hard hitting serious type of match. But the problem is with Fatal fatal 4-way matches, right?
We've been conditioned by the WWE.
Yes. The problem with these kind of matches is WWE formula is 2 people roll into the ring, 2 people roll out. Then they fight.
Yeah.
Yep. Clearly AEW hasn't done enough fatal 4-way matches. So they haven't come up with their own formula. So it's a bit chapalang in terms of sometimes all 4 was in the ring doing move with each other.
Yep.
Sometimes it was a triple threat. So I couldn't enjoy the flow of the match as much as I would, even though it was a solid performance by everyone.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Park got the finish. Who did he? Was it Clark Connors that took the brutalizer?
Okay, I remember he did his red arrow first, right?
No, he did 450 onto 2 people.
450. Yes, I can't remember who they are, but he did finish it off with the brutalizer. Yes, I think Clark did take the pin.
Yes, this submission. You mean?
Yeah.
This, I don't know. Okay, this is maybe just a minor thing, but it made no sense to me, and I'm going to shit on the referee now. So he has him the brutalizer taps, right? Yeah. And Park, even though he's a good guy, doesn't let go because he's a bastard, right?
Yep.
The ref, instead of breaking the hole, goes to go and collect the title instead. So Clark Connors is in there still being brutalized. I'm like, ref, what the fuck are you doing, ref?
God.
You I don't know why that annoyed me so much. I'm like, ref, you're supposed to break the submission. What are you doing?
Yeah,
he literally held him in the submission. The ref was like, stop. Okay, you don't want to stop. Okay, never mind, I go and collect your title for you. Like, the fuck are you doing, man? So, and he goes off, he brings the title to Park, and then Park's like, oh, you got my title? Okay, I let go. Like, what?
Wait, is it Rick Knox? Must be one of those, like, cannot make it type of referees, probably.
I don't know, but it was so stupid. Like, if this were 80s WWE, the ref would have reversed the decision because the guy wouldn't release the hole.
Oh yeah, there used to be a thing, when they do that, right?
Where the ref could actually reverse the decision because they were continuing to, brutalize the fella or disobeying the ref. So I'm like, see, that's the problem with AEW. Their refs don't have any power and authority. If you take away...
The referee got no backbone, bro.
No, if you take away the power and authority of the ref, then any cheating that happens means nothing.
Yeah.
Because the refs are useless anyway, what?
It's true, and also it's very hard for them to be able to taken seriously if they keep missing. Okay, that's one criticism from the previous Chris Jericho match. The trios match, they halfway they give up trying to tag in and out.
No need, just everybody get in and fight. It's like, exactly. Your refs are useless, So I mean that is a minor point. I guess everyone was caught up in the moment where you're like, oh, Park won, but I was like, yo, that makes it look dumb to me.
Rishi had a good point. He liked the part where Park was looking into the camera while holding the brutalizer. Really made him look savage. Yeah.
No,
Park
that's fine. Yeah.
Well presented in this match, in my opinion.
Just buried the ref. He just buried the fuck out. Let him go. No, give me my title first. Stop it, lah.
Yeah, but okay lah. I give it. I try to close one eye because in my opinion, it's I didn't want this match to go on too long. I wanted this match to be clean, harmless, fun, get it out of the way. Within 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to dudes with attitudes. But before we talk about those dudes, I want to talk about another dude. Our guy right here. Bam! ! Sponsor Nick Mart. Let's talk about him for a second. Let's talk about if you need to buy, sell, or rent property. This is the screenshot. If you're watching on the phone, right? You take a screenshot. Can't we make a smiley face?
He wanted to really be on the show today, bro. He was like, he texted us over the weekend. Hey, bro, you want to know? I can come. I can review with you guys the show. I was like, hey, bro, don't worry, bro. We'll take care of everything. We know you're a huge wrestling fan. You want to give your opinions, but he loves wrestling.
Boom, there you go. Look at him with Kenny Omega.
I was busy with Kenny Omega, man. So at the end of the day, if you are looking to buy, sell, rent property, and apparently he told me he's not just doing property for homes. If you want to list an office also, he can help you sublet as well, bro.
So hold on. If you are hustling, you got businesses, you got side businesses, you're building an empire, he's the guy you want to go talk to and get some office space.
Yes, office space, or if you need to look for a space to rent out to do your side hustle also you can. Very interesting thing I learned about him, bro. He's not just a property agent or realtor. He's also
Okay.
a handyman, bro. Handyman for hire.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, I tell you what,
Legit.
you click on his link tree, you'll find his Instagram, his Facebook, all his links, or you can just give him a call, or best, you just take a screenshot. Like I said, take a screenshot right now.
Mhm.
Give a boom, make a nice face so that when people take screen,
Yeah, can do it now.
that's the screen. Okay, can.
Yeah.
Or if you have this stream on your PC at work or whatever, you can, you know how QR codes work lah, alamak, you know lah, huh?
Yeah. And like I said, handyman fixer. So if you need him to fix your anything at home, I want to install a nice wood unit or what do you call it?
Unit? What the fuck is a wood unit?
What do you call it, bro? No, those things where you hang stuff on your wall, bro. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you wanna put a TV, then you wanna clip it to your wall. What do you call that?
Installation? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Like, clearly we are not the engineers here, but yeah, if you need help with that, he can help. So not only does he help you sell the unit, he help you fix all the furnishings in the unit as well.
Bro, what you're saying is if I need somebody to fix wall mounts for my WWE title collection, he can help. Okay,
Confirm.
Ken.
Plus
That
shot.
thing is going on the wall. That thing is going on the wall. Right there. Bam.
Yeah, man. If you need him to fix, mount out your HD TV for you to watch all your pay-per-views from AEW, WWE, he's your guy as well.
Bro, WWE don't have pay-per-views, bro.
Oh yeah, a premium live event.
Hey, go and check out this premium live human being, okay? Nick Matt. He's your guy. Buy, sell, rent property, and he's gonna be that handyman that you need as well, okay? No,
Let's go.
Najwan, we're professionals.
What did he say?
Nice
segue.
Nice segue.
Thanks.
We try, yeah. Okay, but for reals though, go check out Nick Matt. Okay, he'll hook you up. He'll be your hookup, not like Scott Steiner.
Holla!
If you hear us. Okay, all right. Let's get on with the. Also, by the way, Najwan, good afternoon to you. Let's move on with the pay-per-view right now. We're talking about Forbidden Door.
So who say can Nick Matt fix WWE or not?
That one you need Nick Matt's whole team. He can, but you need the whole team.
Yeah, but I think ask him to buy out the entire WWE creative team.
That one will be a long-term project, huh? Let's move on with Dudes with Attitudes. Good lord, could they not have come up with a better name?
Bro, what is this name, bro? Is this some homage to a previous WCW team or something? Do you know anything about this, bro?
No. Doesn't it sound like a WCW/90s Survivor Series team? Like, you know?
Yeah. Like that's what they anyhow name it, right?
Yeah, like the $1 Million Team or, you know, Macho Madness. Then Dudes with Attitudes.
Hey, give me a second. I'm just gonna Google Dudes with Attitudes.
Oh my god.
Dudes with Attitude is an unlicensed NES puzzle game.
Fuck lah.
Pro wrestling. Okay, I found it already. Okay, so Dudes with Attitude, it was a professional wrestling stable who fought at the Great American Bash 1990 against the Four Horsemen. So original Dudes with Attitude consisted of El Gigante, remember him?
Sure.
Lex Luger, Paul Orndorff, Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, Sting!
And
Junkyard Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the only reason why they have Dudes with Attitude is because Sting used to be in a faction called Dudes with Attitude.
Got history lah. Okay, I get it then. I get it. No wonder it sounds like a 90s, 80s name. That's because that's when it first came out.
Yeah, indeed. Exactly, bro.
So you had Darby Allin, Sting, and Shingo Takagi versus the Bullet Club, i.e. El Phantasmo, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. Let's go.
Did you know, bro, it was supposed to be a 8-man tag team match, right?
That's right. Somebody got injured on the Dudes with Attitude side, if I'm not... what?
That time bomb fella, bro, the Hiromu
Takahashi. Yes, there you go.
Yeah. So that's another unfortunate thing. So because the Hikuleo, that one of the Samoan guy didn't take part.
The son of Haku, right?
Yes, son of Haku. So my thing with this match is like it felt like a throwaway match. It felt like just to get Young Bucks on the show.
Yeah, to get Young Bucks, to get Sting on the show. I mean, Sting is still jumping off shit. Right, right, that's how they kicked off the entire thing. But it's a typical Young Bucks match. I'll be honest, once again, I was like, okay, things are happening. They didn't get to set up too much of their crazy nonsense, which I actually appreciated. But it was still...
They did troll a lot. Do you see them trolling?
Yeah.
They were doing multiple cartwheels, trying to get a rise out of people like the Jim Cornettes of the world.
Are they overplayed? Are they just literally playing to a very small audience of
But
people who are in the know.
That's always been Young Bucks' MO. Like they
Yeah.
always lean into every single time they got criticized. They're like, "Oh, you criticize them for this thing? Okay, we're gonna double down on it." So that's their thing.
Well, meanwhile, the rest of the world don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so my thing is, right, I'd rather Young Bucks be doing all the IWGP match, all the ROH match, and let AEW's tag team champions be FTR. That would have been my way of booking it, but yeah.
Jason says, how is the AEW tag champs only filler on a pay-per-view? Is this the WWE?
Look, it has begun.
Yes. Look, FTR, we all know, are the uncrowned champions of the tag team division, right? Yep. So they are going to win every title out there except for the one in this company because the Young Bucks are in charge.
Like I said, bro, All Out 2022, I think it might be the best of 3 series. Finally, FTR will get that best, because now it's 1-1, right, in the series.
Hey, was it 2-0? I thought it was 2-0.
No, it was 1-1 because I remember in Full Gear 2020, Young Bucks won the tag team titles from FTR initially.
Then AEW fans will say, wow, this is long-term storytelling. They did this on purpose, bro.
Yeah. Then last year, ROH Championship, they won it because they beat the Young Bucks, FTR.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, right. Now I remember. Okay. There you go.
So there is.
Yeah. The match itself was alright, I guess. Nothing offensive.
It was okay. I mean, Darby Allin, he doesn't feel as popular or as prominent as he was last year, but
remember, the 4 pillars. Who are the 4 pillars? MJF.
Jungle Boy. Sammy Guevara. And Darby
Allin. So obviously we know that MJF is the major pillar, but now he's just disappeared. And I think, can you imagine if MJF had a match on this card versus some New Japan guy? Like, I think he could have sold the pay-per-view. At this point, like, he is the man, right?
You know what's funny? Because remember in his promo, he said that he hates New Japan. He doesn't watch New Japan.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect heel hit if he was to face against a New Japan guy, right?
Yeah, and like it could be a New Japan stalwart. It doesn't even have to be a top tier guy. It could be a New Japan, a guy who's been there for many and can just shit on their legacy, right? That would have been perfect. I feel
it would have lah. But again, like Jason said that it felt like a filler match just to get all these names on the card. I didn't take it too seriously, so this was when I think I was taking my toilet break around this match.
Well, okay, so El Phantasmo, tell me about El Phantasmo. Is he like a joke wrestler? Because there was this spot where he tried to twist the nipple of Sting.
Yes. Didn't Sting twist the nipple back on him?
Yeah, he no-sold it. And then this was the match where he also no-sold the super kick.
El Phantasmo, right, bro? He is like the mid-carder in Bullet Club for life. Like, for the how many years already, right? I seen him, he's always in Bullet Club, but he's always like that level of like fighting for like the mid-card tag team title.
Like or like the...
Yeah, he's the jobber. He's probably like the Buff Bagwell or of Scott Norton of WCW, you know, that level of the stable.
Like he's there to be the lackey and take the losses for the faction.
Yeah. Speaking of stable and NWO,
oh! The
Bullet Club, the original Two Sweets.
The original Two Sweets, yes, exactly.
Yes.
So Dudes with Attitudes win. It was more of let's make the crowd happy sort of a win. At the end of the day, no real stakes here, right?
Yeah. But one positive I would like to see is I think AEW really books Sting the best out of all the recent bookings we've had, in the last 20 years. Like WWE cannot compare. It was shitty, terrible.
Yeah, obviously. But then again, maybe it's a Sting thing. Maybe he's like, okay, I've learned from my mistakes. Now I want to be booked this way. Because if you look at the rest of the legends that they have, Arn, Jake, Tully. No. No. So I think a lot of it has to do with Sting saying, look, I should be portrayed a certain way. Don't screw with my shit.
Yeah, and I like that he doesn't take the time away from other wrestlers. I think he has his legendary status, but he's not the foreground or the main star of the shows.
Yeah. Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm, and quite unfortunately, yes, people have said this was the toilet break match, and this was the weakest match because, well, there's no story going into it. Let's right off the bat, it's like, okay, they respect each other.
Yeah. It was a face versus face match.
Yeah, and this is not even a Forbidden Door match. Don't talk to me about Stardom or whatever. This is not a Forbidden Door match. This is 2 AEW wrestlers fighting.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So to be fair, counter argument, New Japan doesn't have any female wrestlers, no women's division, right?
Bring some Stardom lady over lah. Confirm
Yeah,
can what?
okay. So Stardom apparently is their sister promotion
Yeah,
because they're all under the same umbrella, right? The Bushi.
bro. Imagine this. Okay, imagine this fantasy booking right now.
Mhm.
Thunder Rosa versus somebody from Stardom. Like you don't know, mystery opponent, and then freaking Kairi Sane shows up.
Woo!
Can
That's
you
the
imagine
first thing that
that?
came to my head. Carissa is back in Stardom, is it?
Yes.
Nice.
Can you
Nice.
imagine that? But no. You got it felt like okay, we have to put the women here just because we have to put the women here, and therefore we got this match.
Well, Tony Storm became famous and popular in Stardom, lah. Just saying.
Stop. No. She is an NXT, UK NXT gal. That's all I know.
Yeah. You know what? I still think Tony Storm has been better booked in AEW. Why are you laughing, bro?
Jason says Nick Matt maybe can try to fix the women's division on AEW. He can
Is he
fix
gonna-
everything, bro.
Is this gonna be a running joke? I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell Nick about this. Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you are the fixer. You're gonna fix everything in wrestling, bro.
Yeah. Screenshot his WhatsApp, and while you're asking him about buying, renting, or selling property, also ask him to fix the AEW women's division.
I'm gonna screenshot this live stream.
But yeah, I mean, bless them. This would have been a really good match for like a main event of Dynamite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a great like sort of co-main event for regular pay-per-view. But here it just didn't fit. It just seemed completely out of place.
Yeah, it is. But for me, like I'm glad that they actually had a women's match on this card, right? So at least they had that representation. But for me, Toni Storm can possibly be the girl to dethrone Thunder Rosa, but she needs more time in the company. She needs to build herself up to contention. Don't do a Ruby Soho with her.
Oh
bro.
my! Have you? Okay, can you remember a single Toni Storm promo?
Yeah, backstage, some of her backstage stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that as far as her promo skills, they are just there. Like there's nothing that same as Thunder Rosa. Honestly, like their promo skills are just there. It's nothing like whoa that will catch your attention. Like we talked about, Cargill is probably the more interesting character right now.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's the thing. Thunder Rosa suffers the Hangman Page problem. Like once the chase was the only thing that she had that was like making her, giving her the momentum. Once she became the champion, it was like, okay, what's there to do with them next?
And in this match in particular, right, there was no heel threatening her title reign, and this is the second time Toni Storm has lost to her, so she's 2-0 down. So it's like okay, move on already, what?
Yeah, that's true. But okay, at the end of the day, like I feel Thunder Rosa just gives her a credible opponent to defeat, builds up her momentum. She will I think the one that is taking the title off of her is not Toni Storm, unfortunately lah.
Then who?
To me, let Athena beat Jade Cargill,
Uh-huh.
and then let Jade Cargill go for the AEW Women's title.
Okay.
Whether she's ready, not yet, but give it time.
Sure. I think she needs a very strong heel to make that work, because as a face, it's kind of right? Let's move on, I guess. The IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. Okay, this one was hilarious. This was hilarious in a way because of JR. I will say this. Because, okay, which point did JR come out?
I think he came out in time for the Orange Cassidy Will Ospreay match lah. Yeah, halfway through.
I know he was here for this match for sure.
Yeah.
Because in the intros, Kevin Kelly was explaining the whole situation with the IWGP US title. That Will Ospreay doesn't have the physical title because Juice Robinson stole the title, right? So that was their whole storyline.
Yep.
He went and explained it for a good 2-3 minutes. And then you know what JR's response was?
What?
Typical salty JR. Okay, let's get to the pro wrestling. We came here to watch wrestling. He's like, I don't want to hear your stupid cock and bull story. Just give me the wrestling.
Damn funny. I mean, sometimes JR can be a bitter old man, but this is the one time where it's funny that he's a bitter old man.
Yeah. This whole like salty, just shut the fuck up and let's watch the match. Talk about the match. Stop talking about the title situation. Rishi. Okay, so Kevin Kelly explained it very succinctly. Basically, Juice Robinson, the TLDR is Juice Robinson stole the title away from what's his face? That Will Ospreay. Even though Will Ospreay is the legit champion.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the physical title.
Yeah, he doesn't have the physical title because Juice Robinson stole it, and that's it. That's the story.
And Juice was in attendance, right? He was backstage and then he appeared during the match, right?
Yeah, he was in the skybox. Rishi agrees with JR. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Like, JR at some point must have been like, you just spent 3 minutes explaining what could have been said in half a minute. Oh, he stole his title physically. That's why he doesn't have the physical title. Then, boom, that's it. But Kevin Kelly went on a long story of how Juice Robinson called him, said he was quitting the business, and then after that, he going to show up again, and Kevin Kelly hurt. Then after that, you know what I mean? So JR was like, don't tell me your cock and bull life story, please.
Oh my god, I love JR. Wait, but interestingly, do you know that Juice Robinson is actually married to Tony Storm?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so it was very interesting because I think this is the first time ever in like probably a long time that both of them are on the same pay-per-view card. Right? They've always been separate companies, so that's pretty cool.
That's true. Thank you, Rishi. Thank you very much. Send that to Tony Khan, please. Yeah, he says we should be on the commentary team. Cannot lah. I will shit on them every time they do the forearm trading nonsense.
Your dog
Chelsea
agrees.
Yeah, my dog agrees also that the trading of the forearms is nonsense. Will Ospreay with Aussie Open versus Orange Cassidy. Let's go.
Wow. Again, when it was Orange Cassidy against Will Ospreay, in my mind I was like, wow, they wasted a Will Ospreay spot.
Yep.
For Forbidden Door with Orange Cassidy. Like, couldn't they find anyone else?
Yep.
Fuck, even Park versus Will Ospreay would have been dope. Buddy Matthews, you know what I mean? So like, I'm thinking to myself, really? Orange Cassidy. But you know what? I enjoyed the match, bro.
Bro, you know what I'm going to say?
What?
I'm going to say I agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
Somehow, and maybe it's because he's been away for a while, I was like, I kind of miss this stupid fella.
He's like that stupid fella that you will feel like it's not complete without him having him around.
Yeah, like every family has one weirdo. And so, like, you know, like we've seen a bit of Danhausen. It's like, okay, here's the new weirdo. But I miss the old weirdo that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, but one thing I like about this weirdo, I mean Orange Cassidy, is that he kept his like nonsense like just at the start of the match.
Yeah.
He was just being laid back at the start, but then he got serious right after.
Yeah, and there were a lot of troll moments. Who took the shot to the camera? Was it this match? Like, you know, they have like a specially mounted camera on the turnbuckle, right?
Yes.
Somebody took a face, like slammed their face straight into that thing and it like broke the camera. I can't remember, was it Will Ospreay?
I can't remember whether it was this match, but I know that moment. I remember you're jogging my memory. But again, I wasn't thinking like too long about like whether this match would deliver. I was just trying to think like what kind of story are they gonna say? Like, is it gonna be Will Ospreay trying to match the bullshit of Orange Cassidy, or Will Ospreay just gonna beat the shit out of Orange Cassidy until he becomes serious? So thankfully they took the latter.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it had to be like, there was no way they would go there and make Will Ospreay look like a jackass by doing his, you know, stupid stuff. So yeah, they presented it as Orange Cassidy is playing mind games. He's actually a very good wrestler. He's just doing this to throw his opponent off, right? You would think that by now people would know that's the name of the game, but okay, fine. I'll go along with your, you know, storyline.
Ospreay in Japan lah. He got no, you know, the internet streaming they're not strong. He probably could know anything about OC, bro.
Right, so he come here. Wow, this is new. I've never heard of this guy with his hands in his pockets and shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, but one thing about Orange Cassidy you can't deny, he's athletic, bro.
Yes, of course.
He moves well. You know?
He once again, this is the whole AEW thing, right? Like, he's a bit on the skinny side, so when he's there next to Ospreay, it's like Ospreay should be able to beat the shit out of this guy. I have the same criticism for someone like a Wheeler Yuta.
Okay, so he hasn't had the size yet, lah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's his whole gimmick, like, that he's sort of like weird and he uses mind games to win.
Yeah. No, if you're skinny but you use mind games, I think it makes sense from a character standpoint because you can't use physicality, right? But if you like skinny, then suddenly want to take you seriously, world heavyweight contender, then maybe.
What do you think of OC actually kicking out of the Hidden Blade?
Yeah, I was surprised. Because that is supposed to be a very protected finisher.
I said this last stream, I'll say it again. I do not like that finisher. It looks hokey as fuck. But yes, the fact that it is a protected finisher, it's like, the people's elbow or whatever lah. I guess you chalk it up to that. But the fact that they let Orange Cassidy kick out there, I was like, okay, all right, respect.
Yeah, and also I kind of enjoyed the fact that Orange Cassidy he was starting to build momentum. His comeback sequence is pretty dope.
Yep.
Like his babyface fire comeback sequence, the crowd really popped for him. So when he did his orange punch, the crowd they really popped for it. So
he's really the mascot lah of AEW. I know we say it as a joke, but he's like he's the weirdo of the family that everybody loves, and in this case, the family is AEW.
So he got, I guess, undeniable charisma. Like he really is that charismatic.
He has maybe mid-card level max. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Yes, he has charisma. He's probably going to be an AEW lifer, but it's going to be mid-card, maybe upper mid-card, depending on the run. But can you ever see him winning the AEW World Heavyweight Championship?
I mean, maybe, they can give him the who would it be? David Arquette treatment. Just to shock the world. Maybe give you like a 2-day run, like the Kane or something. Maybe.
Or even maybe a Kofi Mania style moment where, he came so close.
Okay, the best I can compare, right, is, I don't know, you weren't watching WWE at this point in time, but Santino Marella was the final two in the Royal Rumble.
Yes, and he thought he won the Rumble, right?
Yes, and he almost won the Elimination Chamber match as well. So
yeah, okay. But that was literally the closest he's ever got, and he never got back there ever again. It was like that moment.
Yeah, so probably that's the level, that's the ceiling. And thank God, even though he did have a great performance, Will Ospreay still beat him. Mm-hmm. So thank God for that, because if he had lost, I don't know what to say, Will Ospreay.
No, Will. I mean, there was no doubt. Actually, honestly, the last 4 matches, it's quite easy to call.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, if you think about it. So, okay, Will Ospreay beats him, and then comes everybody else, Aussie Open. Once again, if you're not familiar with the New Japan product, it's like, a bunch of guys just,
just running.
beating each other. And then, I forgot his name already. The guy that...
Katsuyori Shibata.
Shibata! Is he the guy who suffered a catastrophic injury and then came back from it? Then at Wrestle Kingdom, he had a match that was supposed to be submission only, but he went into business for himself. He was like, never mind. Let's make it a normal wrestling match. Is this that fella, right?
That fella, yeah.
Okay. So the crowd popped for him, yeah. They were like, woo, they knew who he was.
Hey, bro, I don't know whether I never really focused on his physique, but that guy looked solid, jack, bro.
White chest. I know. And then when he was there standing in the ring with Orange Cassidy, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Orange Cassidy. Super skinny guy. So that whole sequence at the end, though, yeah, he makes the save. Orange Cassidy puts the glasses on him.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Oh, okay. It's not really about that. The main punch of the whole situation was his interaction with Will Ospreay.
So Shibata Ospreay, that's the program.
That's the program that New Japan is pushing forward. Yeah. So when that happened, right, I was like, whoa, that's cool, because this is Gedo putting in some New Japan storylines. So it's not really an AEW thing. So Will Ospreay beating Orange Cassidy, that was for what it was for that day, for tonight's event.
Yep.
But the main story coming out of it is like, okay, we got another contender in the US IWGP US heavyweight title scene for with Shibata coming back to fight against Ospreay. So okay, I think that was cool. The whole Ospreay, the whole Shibata looking at Orange Cassidy and giving him, I think just to pop the crowd, honestly.
Oh, okay, right.
So good. Yeah.
Just a moment, cool picture. That's it. Move on, huh?
Yeah.
I guess this whole schmoz at the end, I won't minus points too much for it, because we've already seen it in the Minoru Suzuki JAS versus Eddie Kingston blah 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 match, right? And then we'll see it at the end again, which we'll get to. But you know the thing of how AEW loves to end things with schmozzes, big clusterfucks.
Yeah.
And they overdo it sometimes.
That's true. I mean, that's like a typical criticism of AEW, because they usually go to that well if they want to have a schmoz, right? They like their schmozzes.
Oh, Irvin says Shibata was the same level as Tanahashi and Nakamura. They came out together as super hype rookies. Then he left to go to MMA. Then he returned to New Japan. Okay, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah. He was in the same level. Yeah, correct. Tanahashi. They were, I think, the new Three Musketeers or something.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah. So they apparently every generation in Japan, New Japan, they had like their the three people. Like it's like their
Four pillars.
2002 OVW.
Oh.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on then. And this was, wow, are you surprised here that this was my favorite match of the night?
Which match? Wait,
Okay, go ahead and guess. Go ahead and guess. You think you know me? Go ahead and guess what was the next match that I thought was the most interesting match to me, and you shouldn't be surprised.
Wait, it's not the Fatal 4-Way IWGP match, right?
No, bro. It's like you don't know me. It's like you don't know me.
It's the Zack Sabre Jr. match.
Yes, and that was the match that was coming up next. So, okay, Zack Sabre Jr. versus it was supposed to have been Bryan Danielson, but he got injured. So Bryan Danielson's pick, because he selected somebody who's like the best technical wrestler, and the crowd just exploded. Like, holy shit, the United Center blew the roof off the place when this guy came out, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, but you talk about skinny, Zack Sabre Jr., skinny fella, I admit, but he has overcome that by, making it all about his giving of being a great technical wrestler, right?
No, yeah, that's the whole point of, that's why I can, like, when I watch him wrestle, I'm okay with it because he's using, like, quote unquote BJJ. He's working on joints, leverage, blah, blah, blah. He works it towards he's kind of a lanky guy as well. So he gets people in weird positions. It fits his gimmick. There you go. Yeah. But his opponent, woo! Here we go. Claudio Cesaro. I mean, Castagnoli.
Ravioli, bro.
Tortellini.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Castagnoli. Yes, right. Claudio Castagnoli is all elite. The audience loved the fact that he debuted. And he debuted as part of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Bro, I don't know about you, but BCC suddenly having a pair of legit fucking everyone is like so stacked, bro, in the team.
Okay, my one issue with that though is that means that Claudio is not in world title contention because his friend is, his fellow BCC member is.
Yes, but I think that I would say and argue that he's actually closer to the main event title picture in AEW than in WWE.
Can we agree that Cesaro is a much better name than Claudio? Yes, I will agree in that sense, because Claudio Castagnoli is not a name most people will be able to pronounce properly.
That's true. Even though, yes, it is his real name. Is it weird that this is one of the rare times that WWE given name is actually better than the actual name?
Yes. Okay, look, I love this match. It made a lot of sense. Working on the uppercut arm, that was the focus of Zack Sabre Jr., right? None of it looked hokey. Oh, I think, was it this match that somebody threw somebody into the camera? I forget. I'm getting my matches mixed up. Once again, I watched this match with no audio, so I don't know what the commentators were going on about.
Yeah, it's very interesting, the parallel, right? Because WrestleMania, mystery opponent, Seth Rollins versus who? Then Cody Rhodes come out. Yeah. I think this was like the parallel in the AEW side. Sure. Where it was a mystery opponent, WWE, former WWE guy, Cesaro come out. I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed the surprise factor.
Yep.
I didn't see the social media, so I had no idea who it was going to be. Because apparently some people say it was leaked beforehand.
Oh, is it? But to be honest, it was quite obvious, right? Like, who else out there we know is friends with Bryan Danielson?
There was murmurings that it could be Gargano.
Oh.
But I think Cesaro was the bigger name, for sure.
Yeah. I've been saying 6 syllables doesn't roll off the tongue. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Claudio can stick. Yeah, like Miro, it'll take some time to get used to, but then after a while, it's like, okay. Yeah. My favorite spot of the whole match, bro, was when this guy freaking deadlift and with his one hand.
Yeah.
And he just walked up the ring steps into the ring. See that?
Like, okay, so this is how you debut a powerhouse, right? He comes in, and this was not a squash match by any stretch of the imagination, but he still looked dominant even though he had very high level opposition, this was a great way to establish Claudio. And I just pray and hope to all the gods of wrestling, that they don't give him the same treatment that they've given the Keith Lees and the Ruby Sohos. You know what I'm saying? Adam Cole.
Did you see I was just thinking about the opening of the match. How he started the match, remember? He run straight away, do the flying uppercut.
And then hit him with the neutralizer.
Yeah, I think if that actually ended the match, I would honestly pop my ass. I would think like, that's amazing.
Yeah. No, like they wouldn't job Zack Sabre Jr. out like that. That would be a bit much. But I agree, they gave him a very strong first impression. And first impressions count, right?
Yes, indeed. And I feel like it's amazing because this was an unexpected match. This wasn't the match that we all wanted, right? We wanted Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. But I felt like this match was more entertaining for me. Because if it was American Dragon and Zack Sabre Jr. is gonna be like technical, it's gonna be slow, methodical, blah blah blah. I might not have enjoyed it as much as the frenetic, energy that Cesaro brings to the match.
Sure. Oh, Cesaro? You mean Claudio?
It'll take some time, bro. Give me some time.
It will. So yeah, this was my favorite match out of this no audio era. Like I said, I will probably have to rewatch this later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah. But it's worth it, bro. And I think having Claudio in AEW, with every debut, I know it's getting saturated with a lot of WWE guys, but I feel like the quality is getting better for sure. We are weeding out all the indie guys, bro.
Yeah, it's like the WWE guys who didn't really get a chance to shine in a big way. Like they got their moments, yes, but never like in a world title contention. I wonder, would he be in line then for the All Atlantic title? Because if you think about it, it makes sense, right? So that level there, you have Miro, who he's worked with before. Aleister Black. Wait, has he worked with Aleister Black? I don't know, but I would love to see that match. Pac and Cesaro definitely on NXT have done shit before.
Yeah. But that's the point, right? It's like at a level where you do not deny all of them are great workers.
Yeah. And he's from Switzerland as well, so he's got the international flair, which makes sense.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a great showcase for him. Maybe he will start at All Atlantic title picture.
And imagine that's how BCC win all the titles and become like a Bullet Club, like a dominant faction. You got Moxley as the interim World Heavyweight Championship. You have Cesaro as the All Atlantic. Who else?
Honestly, Bryan Danielson winning like the TNT or even the ROH Championship. If he goes back to ROH, I think it would be great.
Wheeler Yuta is already the pure ROH champion. Okay, so technically are Santana and Ortiz part of the BCC or just friend?
Oh, so the thing is, they put it on the match card that the blood and guts is between JAS and the BCC. So I guess they are honorary members, perhaps.
Wow, imagine they won the tag team titles. Like literally BCC could hold all the titles.
Yeah, but I think that's the whole point, right? You don't have like a badass faction to fight the evil faction.
I would actually love to see that BCC holding all the championships and just being dominant, and being this badass group. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's move on. But before we do that, though, we are doing something very important as well. I know the main events are very important, but also what's important is doing something good. And our friends over at Basecamp, they are doing something awesome. Yes.
So our dear friend Lloyd is actually currently in Cambodia right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for you might want to check your Telegram, bro, because I actually sent some photos.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
It's not nudes, by the way, but it's actual photos from Lloyd, because he wanted to send a video of him in Cambodia building the houses, but he didn't manage to have the time, so he forwarded some photos on Telegram,
right?
Of him taking the building the houses today. So that's what Basecamp is all about, right? So they are helping to raise funds together with Volunteer Cambodia to build houses in a rural community.
There you go. Working hard, everybody there. I don't know if I can pull this up on the screen, so let me just show you on my phone here. They are currently building houses, yes, in Cambodia.
There you go.
And that's what the fundraising is for, right? If you hit the fundraiser link right there, that's what it'll take you to. The link should show up on the chat in just a second, but bam, there you go. Everyone looking fine in the hot sun, building houses and stuff like that.
Yes, and that's happening just today. So like if you guys listened to the podcast last week, right? We kicked off our fundraiser. We're trying to donate about $5,000. That's the goal.
That's their goal, yes.
That Basecamp wants to achieve. So together with them, a lot of the wrestling community members, whether some of the local wrestlers, some of the listeners have donated. And we thank you so much. Again, we are compiling everyone who has donated. You can see, maybe you scroll down and show a bit of who was the guy that you're talking about, lah.
Okay, so first of all, here we go. Basecamp's volunteering week in Cambodia, and we're gonna scroll down right here. Boom. This is the fundraiser, right?
Yes.
And oh, look at that! Who's that? Who's that? Who? All right, the cat's out of the bag. It's Singapore's very own Dante Chen, and we checked. It's the legit Dante Chen, huh?
Yeah, so we thank you, Dante, for supporting. And, bro, the NXT contract, has been paying him out well. So he has decided to give it back to charity for a good cause. So thank you for that. So there you
go. We want to shout out everyone who has, dropped a donation. Anonymous. That's the Eurasian Dragon right there.
Hello, Kenneth. And I believe even Big Good Jack. Send a text,
Must be one of the anonymous people then. There you go. Cody Rhodes right or pet.
If Tovakin, if you are on the chat right now, you mentioned about wanting to donate for Mr. Young to do the New Japan oral history. So
God,
if that comes through, oh man, we are prepared. We are prepared to do all that.
Yes, apparently we are. Okay, did the link come out on the
live stream chat?
Yeah, I don't know if my bot is like sleeping or what. But let me just stir it up.
I've seen only Nick Matt's one, but I haven't seen the Volunteer Cambodia one.
Okay, hang on.
You see it?
I'll get it up there.
Yeah, but yes. So like we mentioned, any donation above $20.
There you go. There it is.
Cameo. There you go. It was
laggy a bit. So yes, send that. Click on the link. Open your heart. Make a donation. If you were thinking about getting Mr. Young, that's me. A birthday present. This can be my birthday present. And yes, we have a bit of a menu, bro. Tell them about the menu.
Yeah, bro. If you guys check out our Instagram, right? So as I was mentioning, any donation above $20 will send you a thank you cameo. We'll post a video. If you want us to say anything in the video, you can please direct it
within reason. Within reason. For example.
I like how Mr. Young put all the terms and conditions.
I have to. Somebody's going to ask me to go on Cameo and say the Young Bucks are the best wrestlers in the whole wide universe. I can't lie like that. Okay, I'm an honest man.
Sure you are. You are Joe Gacy, bro.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started on that. If you're wondering who are these fine people who are going over to Cambodia to do this volunteering and building of houses, right? They're actually the fine folk over at Basecamp. Let's give them a shout out. If you are in the IT or tech industry and you're looking for a job, maybe you're looking to switch careers and whatnot, go check out Basecamp. This is their website. The one at the bottom of the screen right there, that's the website for Basecamp. And you can see all their jobs that are currently listed right now. If you are looking to be a DevOps engineer, I don't know what the heck that is. But if you know what that is and you have the qualifications, go and check out their website. Hang on.
Yeah, I've heard from the people from Basecamp. They actually thoroughly enjoyed Mr. Young trying to figure out the names of all the job scopes.
Okay, what is a GIS developer? Good Internet Service Developer. That's what it is.
Indeed.
Good. So if you have shit internet and you know how to develop good internet, you go and apply to be a GIS, Good Internet Service Developer. That's what it is. I know exactly what is an Oracle developer. Do you know or not?
They can see the future, Mr. Young.
Yes. If you can see the future, Basecamp has a job for you. Okay, if you somehow have some sort of superpower, that's what you are. AI engineer. There you go. This one is quite self-explanatory, and this job listing is in Singapore, I believe.
Yes. They have an office here in Singapore. Like I said, this Volunteer Cambodia campaign is done part of their CSR, the corporate social responsibility. And one of the marketing guys are actually a wrestling fan, and he got in touch with me. He actually have attended a couple of shows from Grapple Max. And from SPW as well, and he was like, hey, you know what, I want to spread the word about this campaign that we're running. So we're just
Nice.
doing a job to help them, and of course benefit it for a good cause.
Look, if you want to be responsible for the robots taking over the universe, the AI engineer job is for you. Because you will be responsible for creating the AI that eventually takes over the world.
Ayo, masih ya, Mr. Young. That is not what they're doing. But sure.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. Now, web specialist, obviously, Spider-Man.
Okay. Pretty sure that's the thing, right? Okay, we are way past what you're supposed to be discussing.
Okay.
But yes, please consider donating. Thank you so much.
Our friends from overseas, they have job listings in Thailand as well. If you're a digital marketing analyst, you can go and analyze digital marketing. And that one is on the nose, right? That's what it is. Full-time contract, boom. If you're in IT, you're a tech guy, go check out Basecamp. The link right there, bam, on the screen.
Yeah. I like jobs that describe to a T what they're about with just a job title.
Exactly.
None of this very weird, vague description. Developing philosopher, engineer. That one I cannot say.
Yeah, that one you'll have to leave it up to me to make up some ish. Anyway, go check them out. And once again, go check out their fundraiser, doing wonderful things, building homes over in Cambodia. The fundraiser is till when?
It's until 30th of June, so you guys have until this weekend to help donate. Of course, whatever the amount that is good for you, you can. But we're just offering, offering some incentives for donating in certain tiers. So above $50, we'll send you our personalized kick to the gut mug. So if you're in Singapore, I'll personally come and donate it to you. If you are overseas, apparently Orlando, Florida, apparently I can't fly all the way there, but we need to figure out a much affordable way to ship it over there. We'll figure it out.
Sure. The donation link is in chat, so go check it out, all right? Just click on it and give with your heart. All right, Let's move on now to the co-main event of the evening. Yes, Jay White, who is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, versus Hangman Page versus Kazuchika Okada. That's what I said. And Adam Cole.
Bye.
Oh boy. Boy.
Before we dive into all this, bro, I miss the IWGP heavyweight title, bro. The original one.
I was about to say, You like this?
No, not this one.
The Divas Championship on Jay White.
It looked like a Masked Rider Power Ranger title, bro.
Oh boy. So the match itself was interesting, and also I hate this trope, and this is not a New Japan, not an AEW thing, but this trope that, like, whenever you have a four-way, right? 2 faces, 2 heels, and then the 2 heels, first of all, they will leave the ring, let the 2 faces fight. And then the 2 faces, always stupid, no? They'll be like, okay, come, we fight. Like some sort of honor thing. It's like, this has happened over and over again in pro wrestling. You would think the faces would realize, wait a minute, we should gang up and fight the heels.
Yes. The thing is, from the way the match was laid out, it was very obvious. Okay, 2 faces, 2 heels. They are going to help each other out, right?
It's a tornado tag team match already lah.
Yeah, that was what it was for like the first 5-10 minutes, which I didn't enjoy. Honestly, I liked it when Hangman like kind of turned on Okada. I liked it when Adam Cole and Jay White started fighting. Then it became a bit more interesting. But one thing, bro, I realized that the fans really love Okada. So that's what makes me suspect, right? This was like a pro New Japan crowd.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, because like, they were supporting a lot of like, the New Japan homegrown talent that we wouldn't have really known, like, for example, Club Corners at the start. And of course, Okada, undisputedly one of the best wrestlers in coming out of Japan.
Yeah.
I don't know, but when I kept looking at his face, right, he reminds me of The Rock. His facial is very similar to The Rock.
Really? But his expressions are nowhere. I was about to say, because I was watching this with no commentary, no crowd sounds, right? He just looked bored the whole time.
No, he keep doing the people's eyebrow. Don't you like? He keep doing this.
Yeah. Like, is he supposed to... Okay, what is his gimmick? Like, he's just cool. Is it? He's just the band.
He just makes it rain,
Makes it rain. Okay, yeah, I get that. And I have seen a couple of, Wrestle Kingdoms where he was involved. And you see the presentation, the pomp and circumstance. Okay, yeah, he's in his element over in New Japan, right? But when here, like... I don't know. In the ring, it just feels like he's just this Japanese guy who doesn't really have a lot going on in the facial region, if you know what I mean.
You see, right? I realized the same thing as well, but I think it's just AEW's production team. Because the way New Japan shoots their, I don't know whether it's the way New Japan, because they like to have a camera guy in the ring. Or they have like very minimal cuts. So it makes it look like the fight very epic, like in your face.
Yeah.
The way WCW used to have their matches, they always have like one guy standing in the apron and it looks like the matches is coming right into your living room like that. I feel the same way with New Japan. So that's why I feel like the matches feel more epic. But in this way, they shoot it also like a wide shot. I get what you mean. It just felt like a not a normal, not as entertaining in that sense.
Irvin brings up a very good point because of the culture difference, right? So what is flashy in Japan is not considered flashy in the US. Yes, I will agree with that. So of course, myself, I grew up on sports entertainment. I can't do the Menard voice, but so to the Japanese crowd, him raising an eyebrow already, whoa, it's like he's super charismatic. Here, when you compare him to like your Adam Coles and your Jay Whites and your everyone else in this match, he looked very boring, huh?
Well, I would disagree. I would say he looked a bit like a unicorn. He looked a bit like he really stands out being in this environment.
Really? I don't know. I got the exact opposite. I got even Adam. Well, and this has always been said about Adam Cole. Like he has all the charisma, right? Just not the body. And bro, in there, like if you don't look at his face because he got facial hair, can you imagine if Adam Cole shaved off his facial hair? He'd be like a kid, a child, because he looked like a child in there. He looked tiny.
He looked like who's the guy? With, James Ellsworth, is it?
He looked like Marco Stunt.
Oh no, really? That bad?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I can't take. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way he's been portrayed in AEW. But do you remember when he was the man? He was the most badass leader of a faction. He was destroying people in NXT. And then here, he's just this sort of what?
No, but the thing is, if you put somebody like Jay White beside somebody like Adam Cole, like Jay White is not necessarily the biggest guy.
No,
but he's stoned. He is tan. Everything looks like he has a great physique, and that lets you take him seriously as like a world champion.
Yeah.
And even though Okada is much bigger than Jay White, right?
But he's the tallest fella there.
Which is weird because I always thought, a Japanese guy, well, not necessarily the tallest, but he was even towering over Hangman Page.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, it's really not your height. It's really how well built your body is.
Yeah. No, look at someone like Pac, for example. He's a short guy, right? Yeah. But he's built like a pit bull.
Yes, exactly. Again, we can talk about Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Like when I was younger, I never thought Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero looked like small guys. Like I always thought they were like well-built, muscular guys. But only when I realized their height, I was like, oh shit, they're that short. But it never came across on television.
It's about presentation. Like if WWE is very good at anything, it's making those who are hiding people's quote unquote flaws and accentuating other people's good points. But the match itself, it was fine. It was the ending. Obviously, that's what everyone is talking about, right? Quote unquote anticlimactic because there was an injury, and then when you can't really fault anybody.
Yes, correct. I didn't know it was an injury at first. I thought it was like they make a mistake on the finish. Do you realize that, or do you feel that way?
Yeah, like it was a botch, right? So, okay, Okada goes for the Rainmaker, and Adam Cole just collapsed. I didn't even know he was going for the Rainmaker until I saw people talk about it. I thought Adam Cole just like somehow got injured in the fracas, right? And then he just collapses. Jay White hits his finisher on Okada, but pins Adam Cole instead.
Yes, which I thought when he pinned Adam Cole, I thought like Adam Cole was going to kick out because Adam Cole didn't take any finisher or devastating move. He just collapsed, right?
Yeah. So is it a thing where that was the planned finish? Adam Cole would take the Rainmaker, Okada would take the whatever Jay White's finisher is, the Switchblade. What?
It looked a bit like the Wyatt's finisher.
Yeah. And then. Like, you know what I mean? So that was supposed to be finisher. Cole was supposed to have eaten the Rainmaker first. Then Switchblade goes and pins him. But the fact that he didn't, made it weird. And then there was that missed comment at the end because Adam Cole realizes, hey, shit, I didn't take a finisher. It will look stupid if I get pinned. So that's probably why he like tried to kick out, but the ref didn't count it because the ref knew this was the finish.
Yeah, and Jay White probably reinforced it. Jay White was like, okay, just let it, just finish it at this point in time.
Yeah, because you're injured. So it was a bit of a weird miscom, but I get it. In the moment, it's hard to know what the hell is going on.
It did make it feel anticlimactic because especially they were going so hard, during the duration of the match. But I didn't think it take away from the match overall. I still thought the match was good. It was a better 4-way match than the All Atlantic title, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. What about Hangman Page? How do you think he fared in this match?
Interestingly, when Hangman was fighting against CM Punk, people didn't really like Hangman. Of course, they wanted CM Punk to win. But I feel like now that CM Punk is out of the picture, it feels like AEW is like, oh shit, we can't push forward with him being a heel. Yeah. We keep him as a babyface, but the crowd seem to have accepted him back as the de facto babyface once more.
Is he the sort of guy that's always good in a chase, but once he's the champion, you have nothing to do?
Hangman is suffering from the Roman Reigns 2015 to 2018 syndrome. It's the face that people didn't really ask. Like, people wanted him to be face, but once he became face, they're like, oh, what else is there?
Right.
Putting him in the picture right now.
Yeah, Adam Cole was already injured heading into the match, says Jason. Yes, we heard that as well, and maybe he shouldn't have pushed himself in this one. It just sucks that he got injured.
It was very the ticker tape on his shoulder.
Hangman equals Big E. Yeah, true. Remember when Big E won the WWE title, and then it was just like, okay, what now?
Yeah. And also, he won it in a weird timing. He won it like in some random Raw in September. Yeah. So
there was no real build. You didn't put him in peril. He didn't have to fight you know what I mean? Not like a Kofi Mania sort of moment. But even Kofi Kingston, after you built him up, right? He also, like, his momentum died off. And then, of course, when he just dropped it to Brock. But that's a different story.
I mean, Hangman, I think, did well in this match. Like, you have to understand, when he was in New Japan, he was nowhere near the main event. He was like mid-card at best, like never openweight champion or whatever he was. Yeah. So the fact that he could stand in the ring with Okada and feel like an equal, at least AEW has done something right in building him into to be this kind of level of star. So
was there a reason why Adam Cole and Bobby Fish were not involved?
Bobby Fish is injured, bro, and Kyle O'Reilly is also injured.
Wait, did I say Adam Cole and Bobby Fish? I meant Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Yeah. Okay. Reed Drager is like out with both of them. So
these two can't catch a break.
Bro, the injury curse is not just WWE, it's AEW as well right now.
Oh, well, yeah, with CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and stuff like that. Okay. Then we have the main event. Are you ready for the main event of the evening? Oh, Jon Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Look, man, like, I hate that this was so predictable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you knew there was no way Tanahashi was going to win it. And all you could hope for was a brutal back and forth. And Tanahashi is not at the stage of his career where he's going to be doing flashy things. He's just there to, he's also older, right?
Yeah. He's John Cena's age is like 44, 45 really, bro.
And then Jon Moxley is a brawler. He's nowhere near being a wrestler or anything like that.
In terms of a clash of stars, I don't think it was going to be like a pretty match to watch.
No.
Like you said, I enjoyed the IWGP Heavyweight title match because there were 4 people in their prime.
Yeah.
Here is like a guy in their prime and then like a guy who is like a bit over the hill. Not that Tanahashi is like sucks or like can't wrestle. No. He's just a bit slower lah. So I wasn't expecting a masterpiece.
And let's be honest here, Mox is not at the top of his. I don't think he's at the top of his game. You know, like the way he's been portrayed, like, he has the BCC, that's great. But we all know that Bryan Danielson is the main guy there.
Do you feel like Moxley wanted to overcompensate and make something of himself in this match? That's why he wanted to bleed?
Yeah, okay, so there's that as well, right? The match itself was fine. I didn't dislike the match. The only thing I disliked was the old back and forth, forearms and chops and whatever. We'll get it. That's a New Japan thing. I get it. We'll move on from that, right? The blade job. Like, yes, there's this whole thing where every match you must bleed so that it's a great match. I don't think the match called for it because and the sequence was so fucking stupid as well. It was so bad Because this is, and I don't know if you remember, because I remember this very clearly, because I had to rewind it to see, where the hell did he get cut? How do they justify this blade job? And they didn't. Because it was from the stomps to the head. So Tanahashi had his hands up and then he was stomping the head, right?
Yeah.
It stomp, wow, and then like Moxley gets up and we clearly see his face. Like you can tell Mox was trying to cover his head to pretend like, oh, he might have been cut. But then when he sent him out of the ring, the camera was right in Mox's face. No blood, nothing.
Yeah.
Then the camera picked, and as I guess this is something that a long-time wrestling fan would pick up. The second he did this, I'm like, fuck, I know what he's doing already. Like, you know, like this. The second, like the camera was on his face. There's nothing there. Nice and clean, like my head right now. Like, oh, shiny also, a bit of sweat, shiny. And then he goes out of the ring, puts his hand up, they cut. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna bleed. And then next shot is of him bleeding.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if that's a production thing or what, but it came at a very weird spot. It didn't even come after like a buckle spot or a ring post spot. It was the stomps to the head.
Okay, I have an even better story to tell of how I realized he started bleeding, right? I literally was watching the match. He stomp, right? I just went to the kitchen to grab my drink. I was boiling hot tea.
Yeah.
I go to the kitchen, I get hot tea, I come back. Why the fuck his head like halfway like covered in crimson mask?
Yeah.
I think to myself like, what? Within 5 seconds that happened, he must have gotten like some sort of like crazy bump. Like they must have like whipped him into the ring post or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I did what you did lah. I just rewind 30 seconds or what to see what happened. He literally just went out of the ring, just lay there, cover the head. Then after that, the scene cut back. And he's bleeding.
It made no sense. I think it was even worse due to the fact that they caught a glimpse of him with nothing wrong as he was coming out of the ring. And then suddenly, magically, crimson mask for no freaking reason. Like, wow, that was a fuck up on so many parts.
So that's why I think that he was trying to overcompensate and trying to make the match more epic by having this peril of being bloody and stuff.
I would say that him versus Yuta justified it, I guess, if you wanted to go that far. But the fact that he's bleeding every single match, not every single match, but every single quote-unquote big match, like we talked about, it makes it not special. Like, oh, he's bleeding again, you know? And add to that the fact that this blade job came from a very, like, out of nowhere situation.
Yeah. Tanahashi also, like, I know about his legacy. I know he has been a very significant contribution to New Japan. But I would have rather had Okada in this spot. Right. You know what I mean? At least Okada or Moxley would have been a competitive match where there is significantly a chance of, if Okada won the AEW World Championship, right? Honestly, I wouldn't have minded it, especially if it's interim, because it feels like unexpected, unpredictable. What happens if New Japan holds the AEW title hostage?
Yeah.
Cool scenario.
It is a cool scenario, but at the end of the day, this is just a one-off. Tony Khan's wet dream. And then you even talked about like New Japan side being like, okay with it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the wrestling on this show. It was entertainment. And at the end of the day, when you talk about value for money, yes. Like, one can argue this was very much value for money. You got a lot of really good matches. It's just that in the long scheme of things, this felt like a side quest.
What I wanted, right? What I hope for. I even wrote about it for Sportskida. I said like potential finishes for this match that we would love to see. This would have been the perfect time to get MJF back.
Oh,
like MJF screw up the title picture, make it a no contest. I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, but okay. That being said, we don't know what the situation is with MJF. Did they strike a deal? Is he really like on the outs? So and I feel like they are saving this for their own AEW stuff anyway. So like I said, this, you know what this feels like in video gaming terms? I know a lot of you play video games. This is a DLC.
It's like a side quest lah.
Like if you if you play the main game, you don't necessarily have to get the DLC, but it's a nice diversion. Got alternate storyline, go over here, over there in this like a forbidden door, unexplored realm, and then come back. But ultimately, it shouldn't affect the main storylines and game too much.
Yeah. Well, okay. The match ended. it really took a lot to put Tanahashi down, right?
No, and that is rightfully so, lah. You know, you're fighting the ace of the other promotion. You have to give him face a bit. Cannot just one dirty deeds and that's it.
Like okay, so his paradigm shift he did multiple times. His Death Rider he did multiple times. He like choke him out, bulldog him, then after that slipper him, bulldog him, slipper him. He's not dying lah. So I think to myself like,
I mean, I quite like the finish, honestly. Like, you know, he was like, okay, I hit him with so many paradigm shifts already, like cannot finish him off now. You put him in the sleeper, and then from the sleeper he like fuck it, paradigm shift. Right? I'm like, okay, that looked like a cool finish. I didn't hate the finish.
Yeah, I like that he was tenacious in terms of like he never stopped putting him in a submission, keep changing around. But one thing I kind of felt a bit annoyed was like for Tanahashi, his finish was the high fly flow. It's like his version of the frog splash, right?
Yeah.
So like I wish, and I don't know, maybe New Japan fans can tell me whether he does have. I wish Tanahashi had a submission to counter Moxley's submission arsenal as well.
Right.
Because I felt like because he only had that high flying finisher, there wasn't any other believable move that Tanahashi could have done that could have potentially finished the match for him.
You mean like Orange Cassidy, that match where he's like kicking out of big moves?
Yeah, like
signature moves. Yeah.
He if he only got one high fly flow, and he always had to keep going back to that to finish off a move. Then the rest of the move, whatever he does on the ground or on the mat, doesn't feel like it can end the match.
Yeah, true. No, I totally get you. And that's why people like Brian Danielson have multiple finishes, right? And that is sort of like the plus of having, you know, signatures and finishes where you could foreseeably end the match with any of those moves.
Yeah, like Jason just said, like he would have loved somebody like Naito to fight against Moxley because I love Destino as a finisher. That would have been dope. Even Okada, he didn't manage to do a lot of things during his match, but Okada can do the tombstone. He can do the freaking Rainmaker.
Yeah,
he got a lot of shit that he can do. So like those matches would be more interesting than like say the Rock John Cena. Only can do rock bottom. Only can do attitude adjustment.
But we all know that match is essentially is like Rock Hogan, right? It's just a nostalgia match. It's all about the character and not about the wrestling ability. And Jon Moxley's not at that level. Nowhere close. Close. And now he's the interim AEW World Champion, I guess, but like I didn't enjoy his first run, so I'm probably not going to enjoy this run.
To be fair, he was a champion during the pandemic. So let's see how he is with all the crowds. So, you know, maybe
pandemic or no, his promos I can't stand.
One thing somebody said, I think it was Jim Cornette or what. Like the problem with Moxley is not that he can't talk. He can talk, but he tries so hard to sound tough. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
He's
like
busy trying to give off the aura like I'm a tough guy, and he snarls and he tries to be like he walks around all fidgety.
Instead of actually just being a tough guy, right? Which he is.
He is. So that's why I say, why does you try so hard to convince people that you're not or that you are?
That you are, yeah.
Somebody Roman Reigns, best example, doesn't need to scream and shout.
So, okay, you got Jon Moxley winning, you know, big epic match, finish, Crimson Mask, all the whole 9 yards, right? And then you have, did they shake hands? Or there was a moment where they, quote unquote, respected each other. And
yes, they tried to shake hands.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, this should have been the end. Why you add more schmoz? Because we already saw 2-3 different schmozes previously in the card.
Unfortunately, yes.
And in a way, I'm like, I get it, because they're trying to promote the Blood and Guts match on Dynamite. So we got the JAS, we got everybody coming out, everybody fighting each other, Jake Hager, blah, 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 blah. Big mess finish. Did this bother you quite as much as social media?
It did.
Okay.
Because it make it feel like a Dynamite ending. You know?
Right.
This was the pay-per-view. Like, they should have ended it there. I know they're trying to build up hype for Blood and Guts. But that is just their fault, bro. Why they make a special Dynamite right after a pay-per-view? Like, that's their fault.
Yeah, and just, so you are saying, did you end it on a high? They shake hands, they hug, whatever, bam, go off. What if? Let me give you an idea, right? They did that. They go off air, but then they have the schmoz after
after the fact.
So the people on Fight actually see it. But those who are on like TV in the US, they don't see it, or on pay-per-view, they don't see it, but they see it on social media after. So, yeah, do you think that will work as well?
Possibly, but I know what's the reason. They want to put over the top the fact that Claudio is going to be a prominent member of the match, right? Because he is going to be part of the Blackpool Combat Club and representing that. One thing I took away from the entire brawl, right? Yeah, Claudio came. He was the last guy that had his hand raised. It was interesting. Did you see the interaction he had with Eddie Kingston?
Yes, I completely forgot about that. Then you brought out Claudio, and I was like, first of all, my impression was like, at least they made him have the last sort of victory. Like, he was standing tall. Great way to debut him. He had a great debut. Now he comes out at the end, looks amazing. Like, he's like the next main eventer to me,
Yeah.
Funnily enough, right? And yes, and then there was this weird thing with Eddie Kingston shouting at somebody in the ring. He's like, and then like, at first I was like, is he arguing with Jon Moxley? And then Mox is like laughing at him. He's like, yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh wait, Cesaro, Claudio, and Eddie Kingston have some kind of beef.
Yes. So what is interesting was apparently they had some beef from back in the day when they were both in Chikara. And it was something to do with like Claudio refused to put over Eddie Kingston before he left for WWE, and I think Eddie just kept that resentment with him.
Did the commentators pick up on it, or did they just pretend nothing happened?
No, they just ignored it. And what was interesting was he has been vocal about it on social media, on interviews. He just said, if Cesaro ever comes to AEW, I will fuck him up. I'll fight him, that kind of shit. So I didn't realize it. And I was like thinking, hey, shit, yeah, now they're in the same ring. And they're supposed to be in the same team.
Wait. So it's the exact same. I think this is a work. I don't think this is a shoot. I think this is a work because before Bryan Danielson got injured, right? I have to think every time I say his damn name now. Before Bryan Danielson got injured, weren't they working a program where even though they were on the same team, they had beef with each other? Remember him trying to light them on fire, pouring the kerosene on Bryan Danielson, and he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? So technically, I feel like they were already playing up some kind of beef there. Now that Bryan Danielson is injured and they've replaced him with Cesaro, Claudio, it's like, are they trying to replicate that same storyline, but now with Claudio by incorporating their previous beef?
That's a good way to look at it. I've never thought of it in that way before. It would be interesting. You know why? Then it would give an out if for some reason JAS wins Blood and Guts, because like they are too busy fighting among themselves in the match. Then somehow Chris Jericho sneaks the victory.
Oh no, but do we really need JAS to win here? Like, isn't the whole point of Moxley, JAS winning the previous match to set up for them losing?
Hopefully. But that's the thing. Like, if they choose to do an out and give JS the victory, they can use this as an excuse lah. Like, they're still in fighting lah.
But bro, if JS wins, that means we're gonna have to see more JS versus BCC, and I'm kind of done. I am kind of done with that shit, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, Eddie Kingston and Jericho, I'm done with them fighting as well. I wanted to move on to different things.
Wait, hold on. Let's not forget, midway through the thing, Jericho also fireballed.
Yes.
What's his name? Shota Umino. So is that going to be a thing where Jericho goes over to New Japan to feud with Shota Umino and red shoes?
I don't know, but like I feel like Chris Jericho is at the point of his career where I don't give a fuck. I just want to fireball people for the sake of it.
I'm a wizard. Okay, I know a lot of people shit on what he's doing right now. At least he sort of like literally buys into his own character. Like, I love that he buys into his character so much where it becomes kind of. It becomes
you accept it lah.
Yeah. But I feel like it's to the detriment of everybody else in his faction. Because honestly, like, other than Sammy Guevara is like, like 2.0, Danny Garcia. Yeah, they are not really getting the shine. Nothing's going on there.
Yeah. Oh man. I was looking at it. So Fresh News 247. Somebody new on the chat said, Mox is the worst AEW wrestler. I couldn't care less who he fights. CM Punk sucks. Hopefully they just sell AEW to WWE. Clearly he's a hater.
yeah, a bit of a troll. But look, and he also mentions that Kenny Omega was not at the New Japan show. So I mean, is Kenny still injured? I think, like, honestly, him making an appearance would have popped the crowd huge, and he would come back to much fanfare as a face probably. But is he injured or is he just taking time off?
He's injured, and I think he's resting a lot of long-term injuries, and he is busy with his AEW Fight Forever game development.
Okay.
That's one thing that he's
Which-
part of as well.
Apparently, Cody Rhodes is still in the game, so that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I heard. He said he wanted to fight for him to still be in the game, right? But let's be honest. Forbidden Door, this wasn't the dream match card that we had in mind when they first come out with this idea.
Mm-hmm.
They just very sway. A lot of injuries, a lot of things that a lot of people who couldn't make the matches. You did hear about the beef with some of the Mexican promotions?
Really?
CMLL and
AAA?
AAA, they are both rival promotions, right? But they both have separate deals and separate partnerships with AEW and New Japan respectively.
Mm.
So that's why somebody like Naito can go to CMLL because he's part of the Los Ingobernables. Yeah, so that's one side. But then somebody like Andrade can't go on this show because he has a association with AAA.
So you know what needs to happen? Tony Khan just needs to buy everybody out so that he has a chance, a sliver of a chance to fight the WWE. And yes, we all know that Tony Khan is the best booker of 2022. I say that with much sarcasm, but give him credit. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this.
No. You had to give him
Give him credit for actually kind of pulling this off. You know what I mean? As much as we shit on Tony Khan all the time, and trust me, I do. I actually enjoyed the hell out of this pay-per-view. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did as well. I definitely, it could have been better, but the fact that it's good is actually like a very promising thing.
Okay, is this because we set the bar? Well, I set the bar very low to begin with, so I was like, oh, I guess actually. And here's the thing: I watched the whole damn show with no audio. Okay, I was out. I couldn't listen to commentary. I'll go and rewatch it. Maybe it will be shit with commentary. I don't know, but I think that the fact that Tony Schiavone was not on commentary really helped it. I think
Chip
that
Ross also was very minimal. Also helped it. So
yeah, Kevin. Who'd have thought that good old Hermie would have made AEW sound so much better?
No, but Kevin Kelly has improved so much from back his day. Like now he feels like a legendary voice.
Yeah, he does.
Bro, I think Fresh News is your friend lah. He's not a troll, bro. He said he also doesn't agree in what Tony Khan is doing. So he also got issue with Tony Khan.
I mean, we've talked about this to death, right? Like Tony Khan, he is not someone who has experience here. He's just letting the people, the wrestlers choose or call their own shots. And that's why we see great content from people who know what they're doing, like MJF, like CM Punk, like Bryan Danielson. And then the rest of it is just like, okay, you do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm fine if Tony Khan like kind of sets the structure. Okay, this is what's going to happen today, but still leaves the wrestlers to kind of, fight hard for how they want to present themselves, right?
Sure.
But again, like the cream rises to the top. If you know what you're doing, you know what the hell you're doing, then it shows like in your work clearly, right?
Exactly. Okay, so now we move on to Blood and Guts big cage match that's happening very soon. Rishi brings up a good point. So we talk about this every week, right? AEW right now, good or bad, at least it's something. It's chaos, it's ridiculous, whatever.
Yeah.
WWE is so mundane now. It's so one note flat that, it's kind of tough.
You want to know something that will blow your mind? And the fact that nobody is even talking about it.
What's that?
Money in the Bank is this weekend, bro.
Oh, you're right.
Money in the Bank is this weekend, July 4th weekend. And nobody's talking about it, right?
Oh, that is sad. Okay. Yes, Fresh News brings up Zeke, which, interestingly enough, could be the one out of left field interesting thing about the WWE right now.
Yes. I know it's been almost a week, but that one segment on Raw where they actually had both Zeke and Elias. Yeah, we did enjoy that shit. Yeah.
So we're seeing like a Three Faces deal, right? Three Faces of Holy.
And tomorrow, John Cena is returning.
Oh, could be an incredible lead up to Money in the Bank. Does this mean Cena versus Theory at Money in the Bank?
It seems like they have been kind of teasing it, yeah. Yeah, so there is some lead up towards what's happening, but Money in the Bank themselves, I can't even name you all the competitors even if I tried.
Yeah. Like we've been saying, WWE's product has been sort of very formulaic, very like, all right, let's just get to the next event. You've already paid for the network, so why do we work so hard, right?
Yeah. So even if I want to give a preview of Money in the Bank, I feel like it's better to just review it.
Well, okay, very quickly we will. Based on the card. But let's wrap things up on this Forbidden Door. Did we enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. I would say my personal, I'll give it like a B. Not a B plus or A, B.
Yep.
Because I know in my mind a Forbidden Door with a stacked AEW roster with the full complement of a New Japan roster would be like amazing.
Yeah. I would give it a solid 7.5, maybe even 8 if I rewatch it with commentary this time. Like I said, for those of you who are joining us right now, I only watched it while I was outside, so I couldn't actually listen to the audio, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. A lot of surprises, especially the Cesaro, aka Claudio, return. And I really pray and hope that they maintain his dominance and not make him look like an asshole. Like, can you imagine, like, he comes and shows up on Forbidden Door, oh, he's this big, badass world beater, and then he fucking loses to Chris Jericho at Blood and Guts. I'm a Chris Jericho fan, but that cannot happen.
Yeah, that's true. At the end of the day, the point is like AEW still needs to focus on their own storylines. They need to push it through the summer and build up to All Out. So whatever rivalry they have right now, I hope they wrap it up because I want some new, fresh feuds going into it.
If anything, right, this is a clear sign that the BCC must win at Blood and Guts, just so that you don't have Cesaro come in and immediately lose on Dynamite.
A bit wasted, lah. But I'm keeping an eye on the whole Eddie Kingston situation with Cesaro, though. Shall see what it goes there.
Jason says Forbidden Door rating is non-halal. Too many injuries. Okay, let's very quickly pivot. And this will lead up to how you could pick up for yourself a copy of WWE 2K22 for the platform of choice. Thanks to our friends over at 2K, we've struck a deal. Hey, we want you to go and play the game. Okay, the game is on sale now. I don't know if you realize this.
It's been out since March.
Yeah, yes. And if you haven't gotten it already, now's the best time because it's 25% off, bro. 25% off. It's that sale. Yeah.
It's like stock, bro. Must wait for the dip. Buy the dip.
and you can go and play all the matches and build your own interesting WWE Universe mode that's more interesting than what WWE is doing right now.
Yes, clearly. So if you're not happy with the product right now, please, you can use it on WWE 2K.
Exactly. Go and play it for yourself. And WWE's Money in the Bank. Let's go. Bianca Belair versus Carmella. Okay, let's move on. Look,
oh dear.
Obviously, Carmella was a last-minute replacement, right?
Yeah. It was a way to keep the champion busy, lah.
Yeah, like, who was supposed to be... It was Rhea Ripley. Then she had the whole injury. Her tooth came out. And then apparently there was some brain injury as well. I hope she gets well soon. But obviously it was supposed to be Rhea Ripley. She's injured. That's why they last minute threw in one Carmella. We know exactly what's going to happen here. They could have... I don't know. Like, was this like Bo Pian as a pivot?
It was Bo Pian because like all their main stars was in the Money in the Bank. But very interestingly, bro, Becky Lynch is not in either match.
I think that she's gonna qualify on Raw.
No, okay, she so far she hasn't qualified because last week's main event was Asuka versus Becky Lynch and Asuka beat her to qualify.
Yeah, well,
so,
you know they're going to do some last minute shenanigans lah. Anyway, the whole like there is one more person, there's one more slot in the Money in the Bank. I'm looking at the card right now. One more TBD to be determined, right? So Becky Lynch can very, conveniently slide in there. Either that or they're really going full ham with this like broke ass Lynch.
Broke ass.
Like
so it's like last year's Broke Corbin lah.
Yeah, it's Corbin but with Becky Lynch now. Like she's on this like downward slide into oblivion, right?
Speaking of Becky Lynch, did you see she tweeted about Claudio like openly?
What did she tweet?
She just posted a picture of his debut in AEW's Forbidden Door and put on his...
shit.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck, bro.
She's like, I'm bigger than the WWE right now.
Yeah.
We got the Usos versus the Street Profits for the tag team titles.
Yeah, Usos, you love Usos, but Street Profits, I feel the momentum is not there yet for them to take the titles away from Usos.
Agreed?
Yeah. Nobody has enough momentum, bro, in WWE. That's a problem.
Yeah, they made the bloodline way too OP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Okay, so I guess Theory will be facing Bobby Lashley for the US Championship. That's how much I've been paying attention. So I guess it's not John Cena.
Well, Theory and Bobby Lashley have been doing pose downs, oiling themselves out, like Nakazawa all this while.
But okay, orang minyak. I get it. Like you want to build the match without them coming to blows, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah. But you see, depending on what Cena does tomorrow, probably he could have an impact on this Sunday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe he could be in the Money in the Bank because there are still some slots available. But before we get to that, Ronda Rousey versus Natalia for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Do we care?
We do not care, and no one cares about Ronda Rousey right now, unfortunately.
Yep. Well, Ronda wins. We're done. Okay. Doc says Vince on leave. Just post only. Post what?
No, he doesn't do the work. He just posts only online.
Oh, okay, right. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn.
Yes. I think over this past SmackDown weekend, Sheamus and Drew both qualified for the Money in the Bank, right? Yes.
So wait, hold on. It says 3 more. How many people are in this damn match? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Wait, he has 8 now, or including the 3 more, then it'll be 8.
Including the 3 more will be 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh my God, so much. But are they divided equally between Raw and SmackDown Superstars?
No. All for one.
No, as in like the lineup, is it like a good mix or not?
I don't know. I don't care. Like, we got Seth, who's on Raw. We got Drew, who's on SmackDown. Sheamus, SmackDown. Omos, Raw. Sami Zayn, SmackDown. So, there you go. 3 versus 2. Okay lah. It's fine. You know? I don't see, here's the thing. It's going to be a big, giant clusterfuck of a match. If you think a 4-way is hard to follow, this is going to be a mess. And now that, like, I feel like the original Money in the Bank matches had 6 people only. Like,
they had 6 people, but there are certain times where they had crazy amount of people. I remember why there was 10, bro.
Oh, good lord! Yeah, that's too much.
Okay,
at least they're not fighting up Titan Towers this time.
Yeah, that's true. That was 2 years ago. Very, very interestingly, Riddle is not in this match. He lost to Omos, right? So one of your most over stars on Raw is not in their Money in the Bank match. So I think maybe that 3 spots possibly got another chance.
Yeah, for Riddle and whoever else to show up. I forgot to mention the women's Money in the Bank match. Okay, wait. Just looking at the contenders right now. I have to very quickly also mention that I love what Sami Zayn's spot is right now as the honorary member. Like, it's so fitting with his character and he seems to be having fun with it. So I'm actually super, like, into it.
And he gets to talk and interact with Paul Heyman all the time, which I enjoy as well.
Yeah. And I mean, he's getting a spot without being in the main event, but he's got the main event rub. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He's the Owen Hart of like their stupid Nation of Domination lah. Some random white guy.
Omos is in there just for the spectacle of it. Don't expect him to win. Like, good lord, he's Sheamus as well. He's just there because he's been there before. Drew and Seth, to me, are the 2 sort of like front runners, don't you think?
Drew and Seth, yeah. Seth would be a great repeat of 2015 where he cashed in the Money in the Bank. Drew, I feel, doesn't need it because he already said his intention was to fight Roman Reigns, right? But maybe winning the Money in the Bank will solidify his push. Like, okay, he's really gonna cash it in. So,
remember the whole storyline of this past SmackDown was that Drew and Sheamus, they were talking about, the best time to cash in would be on Roman Reigns right after his last man standing match with Brock, or cash in on whichever champion, whoever wins the championship, because they will be most vulnerable. So I like that they've introduced that wrinkle, timing wise, like, okay, whoever wins this has a very good shot.
Yeah, I think we as fans just want it to be realistic and logical booking. Like, there's a reason why they are fighting. There's a motivation for them to fight because, okay, SummerSlam is coming up.
Yeah.
So these kind of things are okay. But my only issue is like, bro, Drew McIntyre needs so much help to bring him back to the level that he was in 2020.
Yeah. Well, he is going to be the headliner at Clash at the Castle, so maybe he's not going to win here yet because he already has sort of like that main event role there, building towards that.
Yeah, I personally would like Seth Rollins to win, just for the heck of it, just for the laughs.
Okay, just imagine though. Actually, if Seth wins, he could try to repeat the heist of the century, couldn't he?
That's why.
That's
What
the
if
point.
he does it for SummerSlam?
Right, like, okay, for those of you who don't know what the heist of the century is, shock, WrestleMania, it was Brock versus Roman, the exact same participants, right? And then they beat the shit out of each other. Rollins runs down with the money in the bank and decides to cash it in, stomp a bunch of people, boom, wins the title.
One of the biggest shocks of the 2010s. Definitely a legendary moment. And the thing is, like, people want to cheer for Seth Rollins right now. But don't you realize it seems like Seth Rollins is going to start a feud with Riddle?
Yeah.
So that if both of them were in the Money in the Bank, they could cancel each other out as well.
Yeah, so like Riddle somehow stops Seth from getting the title shot, and then they go on and move on to another feud, right?
Yes,
building up Riddle in the meantime. But if Seth doesn't win it, then who?
Well, I would have said Riddle. Just for the fact that he can have that rematch with Roman Reigns again. But again, he has to be in the match lah.
Yeah,
we have to wait for that to happen.
Funnily enough, they did mention like Sammy. If he wins, he said that he'll just give it to Roman because Roman is his tribal chief and all that. I'm like, okay, I see where they went with that. They kind of explained his sort of storyline going. I'm like, okay, at least they threw that in there.
There was also the part where he said like, what if Brock Lesnar wins? So like, and then like Paul Heyman was annoyed, like, what? Are you offending me?
Yeah. What are you saying? How? So that's the men's side. Like, Cody, do you think they're like he's supposed to be out for 9 months, right? Can you imagine? Like, but knowing Cody, this is such a Cody thing to do. I'm out for 9 months. I come back in. How long has he been injured? 2?
Bro, not even 1 month, bro. Come on, relax.
Bro, he's of all the people you tell to relax, that Cody is the type who will not. He'll be like, I'm back within 1 month.
His right pack says no. His right pack disagrees.
Bro, I'm calling it, bro. Cody Rhodes.
No.
Money in the Bank. He shows up and wins the damn thing.
Oh dear God, no. But yeah, no. No at all.
Vehemently disagree with that, huh? Okay, Then we got the women's. I don't know why I ended off with the women's Money in the Bank because, good Lord, who cares? Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, okay, and TBD.
Yeah, who's the TBD? That's my question. Is it gonna be Becky?
Yeah, it has to be, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, who else? I mean, I personally wouldn't mind Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, just for the shock of it, just for some new blood. I mean, technically Alexa Bliss has done it all, but she just hasn't been relevant recently. I would look forward to get back into the mix of things.
Bro, what happened to Sonya Deville? After that whole like storyline with Naomi and they were giving her a decent push and she was the GM, like now would be a good time to come back and make an impact, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind her to sneak into this title match as well. But who can realistically win? That's my question.
Honestly, I feel like they're going to go with Raquel.
So early in her career.
Yeah, I think. I mean, like, okay, look at everybody else. Like, Asuka is in a thing with Becky Lynch already, so they have a feud going, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be fucking Shotzi. Let's be real. Okay. It's not going to be Shotzi.
Okay, sure.
As much as I think Liv has potential, I don't think she's ready.
Okay, sure.
Alexa Bliss has done it before. So, and it doesn't seem like they have anything for her. It looks like they are going to pair Liv and Alexa together to be some, I don't know, blonde tag team. It seems like they're going that way, right? The other person that has a shot, I feel, is Lacey Evans, but it depends on where they're going with her character as well.
Yeah, they are so complicated with Lacey Evans. I have no idea what's going on there.
Is she face? Is she heel? Is she Raw? Is she SmackDown? Who the hell knows?
Yeah, so weird. They could just kept it straightforward. Babyface, come back from injury, inspirational story, done. They had to complicate that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, like you said just now, like in terms of my anticipation for this card, very low. Like
not after Forbidden Door lah, for sure.
Yeah, it's worse than Forbidden Door, but with such a low bar, that can only mean that we will be impressed, right?
That's exactly what happened with Hell in a Cell, remember?
Actually, that's what happened with last year's Money in the Bank as well. Remember, we were like coming out of the pandemic, we were like, we don't know what to expect, and then boom, it was exciting. Nikki Ash won the women's Money in the Bank. Big E won the men's Money in the Bank. It was like, wow,
We had John Cena returning against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Potential is there, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they overextended and tried to book a arena, and then they sold it, and then nope,
Yeah.
not happening. Had to go to the indoor arena.
So yes, so next week I think we'll review a WWE Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So I can't believe it sneaked up on us just like that.
Yeah, it really, really did. And on the WWE train of thought, okay, I guess we can announce it now. We recently spoke to Singapore's very own first Singaporean, first Southeast Asian wrestler in the WWE NXT, Dante Chen.
Yeah, it was a great catch up. The last time we were trying to talk to him was he couldn't reveal any secrets. He was having like a Marvel level of secrecy.
Oh my gosh. When you find out when he actually knew about his WWE call out, you'll be surprised. Like, I was shocked when he told us when he actually already knew. This fella can keep a secret, let's put it that way, okay? And thanks to our friends over at 2K, we have 2 copies of the WWE 2K22 game that we want to give away for the platform of your choice. So doesn't matter, you're on PC, you're on PlayStation, you're on Xbox, we'll get you the copy for your game. For your
platform lah.
For your platform, yes. And right after this stream, we will post on Instagram a snippet of us talking to Dante Chen. All right? And we just need you to be very creative in coming up with a name for Dante Chen's character in WWE 2K22. And here's the twist. It's not going to be like his name like now, Dante Chen. It's different because of, I don't want to reveal too much, but just go and check out the Instagram post. Once again, we'll post a snippet of our conversation with him, and from there, you'll see why we are getting you to be creative. And like I said, the 2 best names will win the WWE 2K22 game. And guess who is going to pick the winners?
Dante himself.
That's right. We got our boy Dante to come and pick the winners. So go and check out our social media. Keep to that lah on Instagram.
Okay. So once this show signs off, you guys take a break, go drink your kopi, relax.
Yep.
Then in the next hour, we'll check out our IG page. We'll give you more details of this contest that we are running. And also, bro, we'll drop the exclusive interview, a special episode we've had with Dante Chen.
That's right. That will be coming out on Wednesday, right?
Yes, correct. So this is a bit outside of our normal, normal timeline. So our weekly episode next week, Monday, for the Money in the Bank review will still remain.
Yep.
But this Wednesday, please tune in. It's a scheduled post on our YouTube for our interview with Dante Chen as well.
It is a special episode because Dante Chen is a special guy. First Singaporean wrestler in the WWE, and we need to celebrate that. So go check out Instagram page for more information on that. In the meantime, though, okay, it's time for us to close the forbidden door and go and do the rest of our things. And I need to get ready to stream tonight as well, because I'll be on Twitch tonight from 8 p.m. onwards. So if you want to come hang out on our Twitch stream, and we are doing a special Dead by Daylight Dixper stream. Okay, what Dixper is, right? It's a program that you can like connect to your game, and then it will do all sorts of stupid things to you. So people can pay to, let's say, have the screen turned upside down, or basically upset your game lah, disturb your game lah.
Okay, cool.
The reason we are doing that is because I want to raise money. I want to raise funds for our fundraiser right here. Our friends over at Basecamp. Okay? So you can come and buy crates and disturb me while I'm doing my Twitch stream while I'm playing Dead by Daylight, all for a good cause.
Wait, so everything you do to donate on your coming stream tonight also will go back to the Volunteer Building Cambodia Fund as well.
Exactly. The money we make from Dixper DBD tonight will go to the Basecamp fundraiser over in Cambodia.
Awesome, man. I mean, bro, you make me feel like I want to set up an OnlyFans right now. For every donation, I also will donate to Basecamp.
Bro, I would donate for you to keep it all on.
Okay,
all off. I'll donate for you to put it all on.
Okay. So 30th June. So that's like the deadline. So
yes, please. That's why we're doing it today. Come join me on my Twitch stream later on, 8 p.m. Okay, a later start time because I'm on leave for the next 3 days because it's my birthday tomorrow, so we can go a little bit later. Yeah, I'm not streaming tomorrow because it is my birthday, so I'm going out for dinner with the wife and everything.
Of course, I wish you a great, happy birthday as well.
Thank you, bro.
Bro, end of the year, I'm gonna join you, bro. I already told myself. I told my girlfriend. Stand chart, bro. Let's do it.
Are you doing 42 or 21?
That's where I need to convince myself. 21 would be my ideal, but if you can convince me to do 42, I'll do 42, bro.
Bro, it's just maybe we should start training together. Come, the training stream. We run and train and stream at the same time, talk about wrestling.
Yeah, we run and then we go discuss about pro wrestling as well, right?
Okay, in the meantime, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're listening on the podcast, on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, whatever the case may be, check out the description for all the fundraiser links, stuff like that. It's all there. Go check out our sponsors. And of course, as it relates to the fundraiser, hey, any amount you can spare is the right amount.
Yes, and please, guys, for God's sake, tell us who you are, or at least leave some way to contact you, or tell us what it is that you want us to cameo to what. If not, we're just going to give a random vague answer. And of course, an address so that we can send the mug to you if you donate over $50, right?
Yeah, just reach out to us in DMs to say, oh, I am anonymous, or I am,
Cody Speck.
Yes, who is Cody Rhodes Peck? We need to know. And how red are you now? In the meantime, though, let's get the heck out of here, everybody. Once again, thank you. Have yourselves a great week ahead, and we will see you soon. It's Mr. Young.
And it's for In the Building. Wednesday. Go listen
Wednesday.
to the podcast.
Yes. Yeah, let's go.
Kick to the gut. I like it.